Ibi ìkọ̀kọ̀ tí mo lúgọ sí lèlédùmarè tí mú mi jáde. Òun ni Elédùà tó láyé lọ́run. Ọba adáni máma ṣàlìtì, èmi ṣètò àlè fọba tó bí mi o. Àwọn igi ló mà sún mọ́ra wọn, tí wọ́n sún mọ́ra wọn ọ̀bọ òní dípúlọ́mà nínú ògìtì. Òun ni Elédùà tó láyé lọ́run. Adáni màdà ọba adáni máma ṣàlìtì, èmi ṣètò àlè fọba tó bí mi o. Ibi ẹnìkan sọ báyé sùn tóun máa lọ bó sómi lẹ́nìkan ń fò sókè tó mú jọ ọ̀pẹ. Òun ni Ọlọ́run mà ní Elédùà tó láyé lọ́run. Atófara ti dé òkè. Ọba adáni máma ṣàlìtì, èmi ṣètò àlè fọba tó bí mi o. Ó dàbí kíní yìí ò yá àwọn èèyàn wa, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ò yá wọn aráabí tó sọ pé mò ń rojọ́ báwo ló ti jẹ́. Òun ni ọ̀rọ̀ mi yé. Elédùà tó láyé lọ́run. Ojú wọn ló pọ̀ pa. Ọba adáni máma ṣàkóso. Èmi ṣètò àlè fọba tó bí mi o. Wọ́n sàtọ̀ wọ́n ṣe láàmú kíní ọ̀hún òyọ. Kíní ọ̀hún òyọ ewédú Akíndiméjì láyé pa wọ́n fẹ́. Òun ni èmi náà kọ́. Elédùà tó láyé lọ́run. Ọlọ́run máma àmà mi. Ọba adáni máma ṣàlìtì, èmi ṣètò àlè fọba tó bí mi o. Èmi náà kọ́ Elédùmarè ni. Bàbá yẹn Jèhófà ilé akárí. Ẹni tó ń gbèrò ìgbàdo àti ìgbàdo. Tìgbàdo lálẹ́ òlẹ̀ kúlẹ̀ ìlú ẹlẹ́wọ̀n orí àgbẹ̀ta ṣe. Ṣẹ́fẹ́ fi wẹ́ ní orí nǹkan, débi tí olùkọ́ àti ṣe nǹkan. Èmi lọ̀rọ̀ mi yé ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ mo ní. Ìrètí ènìyàn ló tọ́tọ́ lọ́rùn. Ṣùgbọ́n bàǹkà. Ìrètí ènìyàn ló tọ́tọ́ lọ́rùn. Aláìtàláyé Ọlọ́run ọ̀rọ̀ làwọn tó gbé. Odòkun fọ́lẹ̀ mi o, bàbá tí dòkun fọ́lẹ̀ mi. Odòkun fọ́lẹ̀ mi, kí ni mo gbé fún ọ tó fi dòkun fọ́lẹ̀ mi? Àṣé o ti pinnu ọ̀la tó tó di pọ́tọ́ àlọ́ṣẹ̀dẹ̀. Mo ti dòkun fọ́lẹ̀ mi, alágbára ńláńlá. Odòkun fọ́lẹ̀ mi, àmọ́ ni kó tó dá mi. Odòkun fọ́lẹ̀ mi, ó ti nìtàn ọ̀la kó tó di pọ́tọ́ àlọ́ṣẹ̀dẹ̀. Ipò tó ti dòkun fọ́lẹ̀ mi, ìrànlọ́wọ́ aláìní. Ó ti dòkun fọ́lẹ̀ mi, ọmọ Akíndúpẹ́. Ó ti dòkun fọ́lẹ̀ mi, ìdarí ọmọ Fáṣọlá. Ó ti dòkun fọ́lẹ̀ mi, oṣù ọ̀la ìwọ̀lá. Ó ti dòkun fọ́lẹ̀ mi, ẹni fẹ́rẹ̀ fún wa. Ó ti dòkun fọ́lẹ̀ mi, fọ́lẹ̀ mi. Èmi omi káyé ìlú sọ́wọ́ tó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó dòdò. Omi káyé ṣẹ̀gbẹ́ sí tó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó dàgẹ̀. Mo dòkun lọ sá, mo tún gbé wọn lọ, gbé wọn lọ o. Omi káyé ìlú sọ́wọ́ tó ṣẹ̀gbẹ́ sí tó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó dòdò. Alágbálúgbú omi òkun. Omi káyé ìlú sọ́wọ́ omi etílé tó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó dòdò. Mo dòkun lọ sá, ó gbé wọn lọ. Akẹ̀sọ̀bálẹ̀ ọ̀dà mo ṣe tó mo fẹ́ lò dá tèmi. Àpòránṣẹ́ ìmọ̀bìdò kò tún padà wá jọba wọn. Gbogbo ẹni pé má ṣe tèmi àpáàdì ní ṣáájú ẹ̀fọ́ náà ó kù ọ̀pọ̀ lọ́rùn ọba. Ọmọ Akíndòdò ń gbé wọn lọ. Omi káyé ìlú sọ́wọ́ omi tó rere ó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ó dòdò. Lódìbò omi káyé ìlú sọ́wọ́ tí wọ́n rí fún ó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ó dòdò. Ìgbàlá sí òkun dọ̀sá ó gbé wọn lọ. Ẹni fẹ́ wà fẹ́rẹ̀ o, kájọ́ láṣepọ̀ kájọ́ láṣepẹ́ o. Ire mọ́tà sí ẹgbẹ́ àwọn ará oníṣàn kó fòkò tó ṣá.
All right. It's another wonderful evening from this side Celestial Choir Masters. Yes, we give glory to God and we appreciate everyone, all our regular viewers. I see you, Timitope Tara, Evie G, Shane Cords, my bro. Murun Shola Official, Demiladi, God bless you. It has been long I saw you. Today I must call you, you must join, you must talk today. The Major 7th, our guest for today, Miss Queen, Brother Taiwo, God bless you all. Thank you all so much for joining. The Revolution Band, yes, thank you for joining too. It's another wonderful day in God's presence and we are glad in it. Today's topic is the church musician balancing your roles. Yes, don't worry. Brother Dimeji will do justice to that. Yes, our guest for today, our special guest for today, he has been a very regular and supportive brother, very supportive to this vision, Celestial Choir Masters. Brother Dimeji, I can count how many times he has missed this live session, not because he just missed, but because he was somewhere, and maybe it's only once or twice, and he has always been with us on these sessions, and I really appreciate him using this medium to say thank you to him, and also everyone out there that always supports Nazareth Official. I see you too. Ariyo _Emax Aladenika Adamiloda. Yes, God bless you. Yes, God bless you real good. Let's do that particular music was done by our brother Akíndiméjì Ọnásànyà. That's the Major 7. That's our guest for today. That's the traditional akpala. You know, sometimes even if you go to Brother Deji's page, you see him writing this is Yoruba. He will put army. You know the Yoruba he writes. I'm like, this brother is so keen on this. You know, this culture stuff, and that's why you look at this piece he did. It's akpala. And it's a wonderful one, very lyrical. You can imagine the one thing I say about all our this traditional music is that they give room for you to express yourself in lyrics. They give room for you to speak words that, you know, to use words very well. And that is why, you know, this we must continue to promote our traditional music. It's our akpala and so on. You understand? Yes. So once again, please follow Celestial Choir Masters if you have not done so. Share this video live session with your friends and family, with other choristers. We are here to promote good music in the church, to educate ourselves by bringing professionals on board to, you know, to impact every one of us. Iron sharpeneth iron. You know, from these professionals, you will learn one or two things to improve yourself in music and generally, and that's why we are here. Please, you can also send us a DM. If you have any topic, you can suggest a topic to us, and we look at it together. We from this side, we don't just want to do everything. We are open to suggestions. We are open to advice from everyone, and we are open to support too. God bless you as you support. Yeah, can you play me just music there, just 1 minute? Let me get some information quick before we bring Brother DJ on. I hope we're all preparing for the Nemo service tonight. We are all going to be there. Yes. Let's use this time very well before we go for the Nemo service. Don't worry, by 9 o'clock we are through, so we can take our cars, ride on boat and others, take our taxis, or trek to our parishes and worship God. Oh yeah. Just a few minutes to bring Brother Akíndiméjì on D major 7th. Okay, this song was done by Solo Strings. His name is Bayode Solomon. The song is on SoundCloud, KBSC. Just search for Solo Strings, KBSC on SoundCloud. Bayode Solomon.
Èṣù ò lè kọ́lé o ti Jésù o. Èṣù ò lè kọ́lé o ti Jésù o. Ó kọ́lé o àwọ̀ torí agbára èṣù.
Èṣù ò lè kọ́lé ti Jésù.
Jésù gbéjọba agbára èṣù dá. Níbi tí Jésù gbéjọba.
Welcome, every note.
Mo bá ṣe kúkúrú. ọbẹ̀ láyọ̀ lẹ́jà àtẹ̀rán gidi. Máa wá gbẹ̀hún rẹ̀, bó bá ṣe pé ewé jẹun o.
Tó bá jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run jẹun, kò bá ṣe kúkúrú.
Àtọ̀bẹ̀ ewé tàbí.
Àtọ̀bẹ̀ ewé.
Tàbí kí n tún yá ọbẹ̀ láyọ̀ lẹ́jà àtẹ̀rán gidi. Máa wá gbẹ̀hún rẹ̀, wéèmẹ̀ jẹun o, wéèmẹ̀ mọ́ mi o.
Ọlọ́run kì í jẹun kì í mú mi. Ọpẹ́ nìkan lọ́lọ́run jẹ.
Àwọn nílùú yìí, alùlù yóò hàn ń bà mí.
Ọpẹ́ ló ń jẹ rẹ̀ gbèsè.
Kébì kọrin yóò hàn ń bà mí. Èmi ọmọ mọ́ o, bí mo ṣe máa ròyìn rẹ̀ o, Jésù mi o, ọba náà bá o. Mẹ́mà mú sẹ́yìn ogun tí a ròyìn rẹ̀ o, láyà mi o, ọba náà bá o. Mẹ́mà ti rọ́bà o, yóò dàbí ìṣòwò, tí dédé àgbáyé, ọba o, ọba o, ọba o, dédé ayé o, ọjà àṣẹjẹ ìyèsí kọ̀ bẹ̀ wá wó mọ̀
Okay,
ṣe o.
there's a voice delay. Okay, good. Okay, there's a voice delay. Okay, let's look at it. It's just network issue. Okay, let me try to call. Yes, Brother Akíndiméjì Ọnásànyà, known as D Major 7th, is a music producer, a keyboardist, a writer, and art enthusiast. A music producer, keyboardist, writer, and art enthusiast. Yes, and is here this night, and is going to, give us some knowledge, shares knowledge on this topic. Just as I said, Brother Meji has been very resourceful to us, and I can say he also, spends lots of his time, to do music for actually the Celestial itself. For example, he's member of Central Choir. Wherever Central Choir is going, you always see him there. You understand? So he's always in the forefront to, let me say, as an ambassador, yes, a music ambassador for the church. Okay, thank you, Brother Taiwo. God bless you, sir. It's better now. Okay, good. Yes, I'm expecting Brother Meji to join. Okay, let me try to bring him again. No, I think. Oh, Daniel Dansu, thank you for joining. Brother Meji wants to do something. Okay. Yeah, the music on. Ogunfo call, Baba today. Thank you so much. Once we first have Brother Meji, after he speaks for some time, that's when we can bring in, others to contribute. So those are sending requests, so we just hold on, we'll pick it later. That'll give us some few more minutes. Yeah, it's unplanned, but it's just happening now. So just still enjoy this music. This is from, yes, Dimlade. Yes, yes. Daniel Dancy, thank you, hallelujah. This is from Kent. Okay. Bye. Yes, from Kent. This is a whole his voice. Okay, all right, yeah, we're live now. Thank you. Yes, okay, fine. Okay, we're at the mid, hallelujah, sir. Yeah, how you doing?
So good to be here. Good evening,
Okay,
everyone.
awesome. Yeah, good evening. Yes, Demlade has already greeted you. Demlade. Okay, that's
Ekale, big sister.
it.
Feels good to be
Yeah.
here.
Good evening, bros. And I really appreciate you. As I said before, that Akíndiméjì has been one person that will not miss this our program, except maybe he's in an outing, and maybe only once or twice. You have been very supportive to the ministry, and God bless you real good for having the this is what that time we're greeting you. having us in mind every time and supporting the music in the church. Okay, I can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, fine.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you
Okay,
very
cool.
much. Okay.
Okay. So let's move ahead. Yes. When you look at your post on Instagram, this your Yoruba, this cultural stuff shown on your content. This languages. So I can really see that you are an art enthusiast, very clear. So tell us about yourself, how you started music, how you started this art. Let me say art, because from what I see, not only you are like an art person, person that loves art. So let us know how you started. Over to you, brother Dimeji.
Okay. As a matter of fact, I must say sometimes God has his own plan. You may have your plan, you may have whatever you think you are going to turn out to be in life. You might like chat yourself. So that was what I believed about myself, but man, I was wrong because God has his own plan. He had his plans all the time. As a matter of fact, I can vividly remember when I was in the primary school. I was not born in the Celestial Church. I think that would be a shocker for a lot of people.
Yes.
At least a pointer to the fact is that no Celestial Church prophet will name a boy Akíndiméjì, except his parents decides to name him. So you understand? So I was actually born in the Church of the Lord, Aladura.
Okay.
You understand? Mount Carmel Church of the Lord, Aladura, 14 Odejayi Crescent, Surulere. That was the church I knew my parents were attending until we left in 87. That was when I joined the Celestial Church of Christ. So when I was in the primary school, I never saw myself being a musician. When I see all these people in the choir, and I'll be like, so you people, you still come to this place after we had come on Sundays. Much as I was young then, share me, you know, I was almost like that. But God had his plans, like I said. So one thing I will always appreciate my late dad for was he made his library available to me. You understand? He made me develop a love for the books. Do you understand? But you know, unlike parents of this dispensation, that they will always say, "Ma bo mo mi so Yoruba." You understand? My dad, I started out, let me shock you. Up to when I got to primary 6, my name always featured prominently on the noisemakers and the vernacular speakers list. You know, people will understand.
Yes.
If you see me speaking English today, I will have to think in Yoruba. You understand? And try to convey my thoughts. That has always been me. So I started out reading Yoruba books.
Okay.
One major book I read, the story of Robinson Crusoe. I know a lot of people have read that, Robinson Crusoe. I read Robinson Crusoe in Yoruba first, before I got the English translation. Do you understand? So But one thing was constant. I was always reading a class ahead. My Alawiye, by the time we get to second term, I will have finished the one of my present class. So I'll be reading the one for the next class. Yes. So I loved the Yoruba language. You understand? So, and okay, let's say that's about the language thing. Music, I did not start playing music until I got to secondary school. You know, we joined the Celestial Church of Christ at CCC Ojota 2. Then my mom, who was a chorister, had an issue with the choir master in the church. She left, moved to GRA Parish. That's Babade Inka's church. So on a particular day, I joined my mom for service. So when I got there and I saw very good musical instruments, and I'm like, I think I will love it here more than my church. But my dad never liked it. So my dad was not comfortable. Each time I follow my dad to Ojota 2 in the morning on Sunday, before 12, I will have left for GRA.
Okay.
Constant, but I never minded. So fortunately, my secondary school, the Catholic school, but that was the time, see, Ijoba Tigba, mission schools. So that was the grace I had that made me go to Maryland Comprehensive Secondary School. So it was at Maryland that I saw friends who introduced me to the recorder and the harmonica. So those are my first major musical instruments. So I developed the love. There's a friend of mine who resides in America now, Jide Ogushola. Jide was a Baptist guy, was staying in Obaliko, was attending Shepherd Hill, but he was my mate in Maryland Comprehensive. So he encouraged me. He was playing bass already and encouraged me, guy. So I was like, okay, so you follow me to church, I will give him a sultana. The fact that we had the instrument lying down there, we always had access to those musical instruments. So that was what really helped me. And here I am today, I'm a musician. Then talking about the arts thing, there's this thing I inherited from my dad. Every organization my dad belonged to, he is always the secretary. Even when he relinquishes that post for somebody else, I'll still see members of his organization. It may be the social club of our hometown. They'll still come to his house and be like, Akins, meeting Rash, that means the meeting we had, I did not write anything. Yes. Please help me with the minutes. So my dad always had all those big hardcover exercise books that he writes the minutes for their meeting. So, but me, I never liked it. All those journals and publications that they release, that they sell to students back in school. Remember those journals? I will read where we have the riddles and jokes. I will read a lot of the stories, but I will never read the poem. I never liked poetry. But by the time I got to the Polytechnic, I had a girlfriend then. I would send 2 letters and 2 poems to her every week. So I couldn't understand where the transformation came from. All of a sudden, I just had a love for expressing myself in writing. You understand? That for any work of art, I will always pay attention, try to understand what was going on in the mind of the artist when he or she was producing that artwork. So I could not really explain at what point that interest developed. Do you understand? But I just realized that I was paying attention to those things. He said, I'm a proud gentleman from Iperuremo. Have you? So that's just it in a nutshell, anyway. So I don't like to say too much about myself, you know. That introduction will suffice.
Okay, please, would like to know the girl's name? Of course, you never told me that. Okay, one business. But Chidi, we see you. Yeah. But Chidi, God bless you, sir. We greet you, sir.
You're welcome. It's so good to see you here.
Yes,
thanks,
sir.
Everyone.
All right. Okay, yes, Brother Niji, yes, the church musician balancing your roles. How do we balance these roles? Then, what can you shed more light about it? On this topic, so that people, our viewers, will understand, this topic, how they can really balance their role. People that are musicians, over to you, sir.
Okay. Firstly, before this topic came up, it took time because I was like, number one, I am not a Celestial Church choir master. You understand? I raised that concern because a few people will be like, "What's the business of this man?" Yeah, the highest point I ever attained in the choir was assistant choir master. You understand? I think that was around I think it should be around 99. Yeah, there was a time Babade Tirant seconded some of us to Odunlami Parish to help the choir out. So a friend of mine, Frank Huke was a choir master, though he wasn't always around. He was in BIDA then. He was in school, so I was the assistant. So the bottom line of the topic we are discussing tonight is that at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be an arbiter. I don't even have the authority to be an arbiter. But what I am trying to achieve is at the end of this discourse today, we should be able to have another perspective to our role as church musicians. Do you understand? Basically, I think what we need to do is just to accompany the service. We are accompanists at any point in time. At any point in time, we are supposed to provide support. We are not the focus. Do you understand?
Yes.
We are not the focus at any point in time. Forget you may be given some
time to play solo.
Given some opportunity to improvise, to play all alone. Even while doing that, you should often remember that the focus is not on you. Do you understand? At any point in time, we are accompanists. But do you know, there is this tendency in every human being. We have that element in us at varying proportion. There's a level of, if I'm going to be blunt, there's a level of selfishness in all of us. Forget, that guy is humble, he's unassuming, Baba, let me be sincere with you. Kò sí ìgbà kan tí ò ní wò pé ẹ wá jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé mi náà wà níbí báyìí. Do you understand? It is in all of us, either we want to accept it or not. So now, we all have places where we display or where we exhibit this, let me call it quality. Quality, selfishness, and nínú wa ẹ̀. Gbogbo wa la ní ibi àti àsìkò tí a ti máa express ẹ̀. Àwọn bẹ̀yẹn máa ń jura wọn lọ ni. A lè náà gbòmí ìta tí máa ń pé náà kí ọ dá mi mọ̀ níbí báyìí, àwọn èèyàn ti respect mi, jẹ́ respect ara mi. Do you understand? Yeah. So, but there are places, there is this element of selfishness in all of us. Okay, now let's put that setback on. Now we are supposed to accompany the service. You understand? For crying out loud, it is a church service, and it is not all about us. The primary focus is God. Then the people. Our liar calling and lead our way into the presence of God. We are playing a pivotal role. kó tẹ̀ tó di wípé aṣọ ara wa wọ́n ti rí wa already. Do we understand? So when the focus now becomes it is about us, then we are misplacing the priority. Do we understand? Okay.
Yes.
We are made to understand that the principal musical instrument is the organ.
Yes.
The percentage of Celestial Church of Christ that have a proper organ, I don't think it's up to 1 out of 100%.
Yes, the
I'm
proper
talking
organ,
about
the real
a
organ.
proper organ. Yes. Either pipe organ. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Viscount
Yes.
or digital organ. In fact, pipe tí mo dárúkọ ẹ bóyá la lè rí ìjọ mímọ́ ẹyọ kan tó ní o, mi ò wá lè sọ ìlú mi o.
Yeah, it's very rare.
Yes. So now,
Let me see sharp.
we have an alternative in other keyboard instruments. You understand? That has been made in a way to only simulate a lot of other musical instruments.
Ben.
Okay, now, it is for the person behind that instrument to use his discretion so that the service flows. He accompanies effectively. To help kò ṣe pé òun ni gbogbo èèyàn máa wò pé okay enter wá wò lé nìní. Ṣé ti understand what I so? Now, let me digress a little. There are some factors that may affect the discharge of our duties as church musicians. For the fact that we are Celestians, the number one factor is the laid down rules of how our service should be. You understand? Which comprises of some fixed factor and some variable. The fixed factor is either we like it or not. You understand? That is a fixed factor. Amato fitila, amafori bale. You understand? Gbogbo àwọn yẹn orin ẹ̀sìn ká máa kọ́ òkè pé a mọ̀ pé a máa kọrin ìdáríjẹ̀ṣẹ̀ àti point a máa kọrin pé a máa kọrin gbogbo àwọn orin yẹn okay ó lè jẹ́ ìtàkùn last week ní kọ́lá máa kọ lọ́sẹ̀ but àwọn yẹn they are laid down rules pé okay àwọn yẹn gbọ́dọ̀ wáyé. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then kó tó wá di wípé àwa débi offertory or collection tó yẹ pé a máa now ìjọ mímọ́ as a whole ètò tí ìjọ mímọ́ nílẹ̀ nípa liturgy wa, that's one factor that can affect the discharge of our duties as Celestial Church musicians. The second one ni the powers that be in our local parish. Church mi wà olùṣọ́ àgùntàn òun ni Alpha and Omega church here, especially for the landlord shepherds. Church mi wà chairman parochial committee.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ọlágbára.
Òun ni alágbára àjọ. You understand? Church mi dẹ̀ wà tó pé lábẹ́ báwọn ìyẹn ṣe lágbára tó yẹn, choir master church is an authority on his own. Tó pé olùṣọ́gan tó bá fẹ́ bá akọrin sọ̀rọ̀ àkọ́kọ́ oníjọ pé ó máa tọrọ àyè lọ́wọ́ choir master. Ṣé mọ̀ pé authority kan nìyẹn. Then ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn principalities and power kan náà máa ń wà nínú choir. Tó pé choir master may be choir master but choir master kan máa dàbí figurehead ni tí ẹ bá ti fi tàn yẹn ṣe. If those set of people, if they don't like you, then my brother, ṣe ti understand? So ẹ wo hierarchy yẹn bá ṣe tó yẹn. Ṣé mọ̀ pé èèyàn tó bá lágbára jù, the church mi máa ń wà, wọ́n máa ń ní bóyá bí choir committee. Understand? A kind of committee that takes care of the church choir, kind of. So ẹni tí agbára ẹ̀ bá jù, somehow they are like the people that pay the piper and they dictate the tune. So irú àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ to some level their preferences musically òun ló máa di pé èèyàn tó jẹ́ both the choir and the church musicians òun lè máa bá òsì either you want to accept it or not. Ìwọ́n tí ò bá ti lè agree pẹ̀lú àwọn powers that be yẹn, then you are in trouble. Ẹlòmíì lè wà kó sọ wípé láti Jerimo Yama láti Jerimo wọlé àti Jerimo jáde òun fẹ́ máa gbọ́ kílù yẹn kó máa dún lákọlákọ. My brother, I must be sincere with you. There are churches like that. Kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ lè ṣe sí o. If you cannot cope with it, you have to leave that church. If you are not ready to leave, then somehow you must find your way around it. Okay, that is talking about principalities. Another factor is this. In a situation whereby you find yourself in a church whereby they do not have a keyboard instrument. When I was growing up in the Celestial Church, Timothy sọ pé mo ti ń dàgbà, ṣàtẹ̀ guitar, later ni guitar dé, keyboard ò sí. In fact, àkúbà àti symbol kan tó ti ya Adédàjì báyìí ni ó wà. Èmi ò tiẹ̀ gbọ́ rí pé bóyá wọ́n náà kọ hymn débi tó máa kọ́ tó part, bóyá ẹ máa tábà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ orin ẹ̀sìn ìlú ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. You understand? So ìyẹn, we are making use of what we have on ground. Is like the desirable is not available, so the available has to be desirable.
Yes.
You understand? So now that's another factor. But we considering them. You have to make use of what you have on ground within the ambit of reasonability. Okay, maybe by you, but now in a situation whereby everything is available, the organist should accompany the service from a particular point to the other. So let us deal with that. Sherry, something happened to me some years ago. I think it is 2002, thereabouts precisely. I have a friend, a very popular trumpeter in Nigeria. Timbadaruko, his name is Victor Ademofe.
Okay, Victor
Ademofe.
Okay, I know him too. Yes.
Yeah. So he just told me, bros, I want to sit for my grade 2 trumpet Luzon, and I want you to accompany me. No wahala. So he gave me the pieces that he will be playing. So when he gave me those pieces, I took my time to practice them very well. And on the day of the examination, we got to Muson Center. We were told to wait in one of the piano rooms for Yotomawa examine. Okay, no wahala. So while we were waiting, I will practice the piano again. So at that point, I think some of the patrons, the one in the Muson, wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ra àwọn price piano kan fún wọn tuntun tó ń ṣàgídí. So bí èmi gan ṣe ń gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń dún, I was so happy. So lo and behold, when the examiner came in, it turned out to be James Adekunle of blessed memory. He was the diocesan organist of the Anglican Church at a point in time. You understand? So, Baba, okay, are you ready for exam? Fine. Adebere. We played the first piece, we played the second piece. Baba, can you play again? We played. Now, the man asked the question, talent to sit for exam, no, I'm a judge. The one who see and don't sit for exam, no, there indicate. Baba, what is your own? What is your own? Papa, why are you that you are an outsider? You are mourning louder than the bereaved. That ẹni bàbá ẹ̀ kú tó ń wò ìwọ tí wàá jára ta ló wá ń gbára sọ́lẹ̀ pé báwo ni tiẹ̀ ṣe tó yìí? Why are you an outsider that is mourning louder than the bereaved? Ká pé mo ní bóyá bí egbé lọ́jọ́ yẹn màá lo egbé àbí kí n wọlé lọ. As subtly as bàbá yẹn sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tó kàn ra sọ pé owó ń tiẹ̀ o ti kó sáṣọ ó ti ró dẹ́dẹ́ ó ti kọ dúdú ju ẹni tó ń lọ lé ìyàwó lọ òun tìyàn lọ lé ìyàwó ti kó sí lèsì. So that single encounter, it changed my life totally. That I am an accomplished in the grand scheme of things. Ọwọ́ ẹ̀yìn nìyàn tó wà company ló yí wà. Àyè máa mú lead singer, àyè máa mú àwọn tó ń back ẹ̀ up kó tó kan àwọn tá a company. So àtìgbà tí kinní ẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi, coupled with the strict discipline tí Baba Adé ti rán fún wa pé tó máa ń tẹnumọ́ pé music is even more regimental than the military. So it's not possible for you to be where he is. Kò loud instrument ẹ̀. Bàbá tó di pé bàbá dàgbà ni ó sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ kò sí ó lè mú gbálẹ̀ kó lu ẹ̀ ó lè lági mọ́ ẹ̀ ẹ̀ ti understand. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this. It will not augur well for you to be accompanying a small congregation. And now that keyboard instrument tó ń play yẹn kò wá mú volume ẹ̀ kò wá yí pa. Àbí kò wá máa lo àwọn stops or tones tó jẹ́ wípé kò ní reflect mood orin tó ń wá accompany. If you attend any of these Orthodox churches or Protestant churches, and you see an organist that knows his salts accompanying the service, you will realize at points in the music, he has to manipulate his stops. He had to change his tones because for each of the stanzas of the hymn, ó máa ní mood tí. I said when you see the organist accompanying the hymns, there will be, if we get to some stanzas, ó máa change our stop tó ń lò. Ó máa ní stanza mi tó gbé kò ní lo pedal, kò ní lo pedal. There are arrays of manuals lórí organ. You have the choir, you have the grate, you have the swell. Sometimes you have to pick some stops. Actually, I can say the organ lọ́wọ́ lọ́ fi ṣe other keyboard instrument, lọ́ fi ṣe keyboard, electronic keyboard that way. They are each of the stop tan fine tó wà lára organ yẹn ó wà connected to our ranks of pipes. She understand? Yeah. So our ranks here wọ́n pè ní register. Ó ní ibi tí principal tone organ tó ń pè ní diapason wà that gives that kind of shrill sound. Ó ní ibi tí flute wà.
Yes.
I understand?
Ben.
Ó ní ibi tí tuba wà. They are different instruments and they are báwo ni mo ṣe máa pè é? Ó ní dimension each of the pipes. 2 feet wà, 4 feet wà, 8 feet wà, 16 feet wà. Organ mi máa ní up to 32 feet. You understand? Some of those pipes, some are closed, some are open. So it depends on the kind of mood you want to convey. At a point in time, the conductor may even choose to do something that is different from what you have in your written piece to níwájú. He may want a soloist to sing a particular stanza or just a part. So it is not that time that you now decide you want to pull all the stops. Do you understand? So much as the book you have, you may have ìwé tí wọ́n ti ṣe organ accompaniment fún gbogbo hymns sí, tó pé even organ voluntaries wà ńbẹ̀. But at the point that you have a conductor in front of you, that conductor will have to be the person that will determine what happens per time.
Yes,
so that is the fact that you have to subdue what you know at a point in time to what the conductor wants is an effort at balancing your role. Do you understand? Yes. You may have a licentiate in organ playing from Trinity College of Music, but tí èèyàn tí kò ka ìwé tó bá wà níwájú ẹ̀ tó ń conduct, so far you see him as your conductor, whatever he wants per time, you have to agree with him. You have to agree with him. This goes to every other musical instrument. See, gbogbo wa bá ti ń rò pé èmi ni mo fẹ́ kó gbọ́ above everybody, there will be chaos. In fact, wàhálà ńlá ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Do you understand?
Yes.
At any point in time, we should always remember that we are accompanists. It is a church. What I said about every one of us having our element of selfishness. Shari, we are always looking. Let me be sincere. We are always looking for opportunity to express ourselves. Do you understand?
Yes.
We always look for avenue to express ourselves. Ibi tí oníkálukú ti fẹ́ express ara ẹ̀ yẹn, òun ló máa ń yàtọ̀tọ̀ àti ìgbà. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes. Yes.
Èèyàn tó bá ti wá believe wípé òun ò lè wà subject to any authority tó bá wà lórí wọn in the choir.
Yes.
Tẹ́ni yẹn máa play nínú church.
Okay.
It's as simple as that. Wọ́n ń bá èèyàn jà sí. There are musicians that don't do church.
Yes.
Because
yes.
they believe they cannot cope
Yes.
with what goes on in the church.
So,
because of that, kò sí nǹkan tó ń bá èèyàn jà sí. Onítọ̀hún lè lọ dá báǹdì tiẹ̀ lẹ̀ kó wà níwájú kó ẹ́ pé òun ló máa pàṣẹ. Àbí kó dá church tiẹ̀ lẹ̀. She understand? Àbí kó lọ join orchestra tó ẹ́ pé the only music tó máa perform, there's a kind of music called concerto. They write it around an instrument. You understand?
Okay.
If you are playing a piano concerto, the whole other orchestra members will back you up while you do your thing.
Okay.
You understand? Concerto,
Yeah.
of course, is a kind of music style that developed around the Baroque period. One man writes music here for a soloist, either on voice or instrument. Let's show dexterity. Okay, more. So of course, for that kind of exactly. So for that kind of music, concerto is one man explore extreme our musical instruments. If they are writing a trumpet concerto, they will explore the ability of that instrument vis-a-vis the player of that instrument. So and the whole orchestra will back that person up. So èèyàn tó bá ti mọ̀ wípé òun fẹ́ kó máa rí ibi tó wà pé òun ò lè play pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn, ó lè lọ wá, in fact ó lè float orchestra tiẹ̀ sọ pé ẹ wá ẹgbà piece yìí nǹkan tẹ́ bá èmi ṣá ni mo fẹ́ kó máa rí kẹ́yìn dẹ̀ máa play second fiddle kẹ́yìn dẹ̀ máa back mi náà wọn ò ní bàjá sí níwájú Ọlọ́run àtèèyàn. But if you are in a church or you are under an authority, then you don't have a choice than to be subject to the rules and regulations. Wọ́n ní ìlú tí kò sí òfin kò sí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Okay, now this is another factor. You will agree with me pé personality àwa èèyàn ó máa ń reflect nínú gbogbo nǹkan tá a bá ń ṣe. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your personality, your temperament will often reflect in how you play your musical instrument. Let me give you an example. I noticed something nígbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wà involved in music production. You understand? If you are recording a musician, either a guitar player, a bassist, or a keyboard player, àbí nǹkan. Mo ti notice pé èèyàn tó bá jẹ́ the aggressive type, the outspoken type, the kind of person tó yẹ pé is let me use the word the aggressive type, sha, not the laid back kind of person. Most often, tó bá play instruments, they are often a little faster than the metronome. So most often, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ quantize wọn, ẹ máa fa nǹkan tó play sẹ́yìn kó tó quantize. But Sherry, àwọn tó bá wà laid back, the gentle they often play behind the metronome. So you have to move them forward. This thing, I started noticing as maybe as early, or let me say as far back as around 2005, 2006. And my brother, it happens till today. So you understand? So now, Sherry, èèyàn tó bá jẹ́ èèyàn tó wà aggressive, tó ní ẹ tó wá jẹ́ kì í gbọ́ kì í gbà. Tẹ́ bá ń sọ fún irú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn pé ọ̀gbẹ́ni sórí gìtá yẹn ó ti loud jù, ìjọ̀gbọ̀n lẹ́ ń wá o. Ṣé ti understand nǹkan tí mo ń sọ? Irú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, the first thing that comes to his or her mind, he will be on the defensive. Irú wàhálà ò lè lè mú yẹn tàn kọ́ mi láti ọjọ́ ẹni tó fa wàhálà. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It should have been about production scene. You can easily know the principal instrument of your to produce instruments in some parts because keyboard player learn to produce a band don't play band don't play only just saxophonist in band leader because instrument it takes a high level of discipline for a particular musician not to have his instrument dominating others. So you understand? So that's another factor. Then imagine finding yourself in a church tó jẹ́ wípé bóyá parochial committee chairman church yẹn òun ni financier. Ṣé mo pé mo pòwe òwe kan lẹ́ǹkan pé he who pays the piper dictates the tune.
Yes.
For the fact pé ẹni yẹn ló ń gbé owó ìjọ sílẹ̀, olùṣọ́gan nílé wojú ẹ̀ ní àwọn ibì kan. Àgàgà kó wá jẹ́ pé tá bá ti parí service, òun ló máa lọ host gbogbo choir master obì ẹgbó lọ́dọ̀ babaláyé. Ẹ mọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn nǹkan kéékèèké bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó máa le fún wọn láti báwo mi máa sọ́nà láti yí irú ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ padà. So kí ẹni ẹ wá lọ jẹ́ ẹni tó ẹ pé ó máa ń jáde ni pé tó yàtọ̀ sí pé ó ń bọ̀ ní church ní Sunday, ọ̀tọ̀ lágbo musician tó máa wà lọ́jọ́ Wednesday, ọ̀tọ̀ ni tó máa wà lọ́jọ́ Thursday, ọ̀tọ̀. Ṣé understand? So irú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn a wò pé ló ní gángan church yìí, ok ẹ jẹ́ n bá yín mú bọ̀bọ̀ kan wá bóyá lára àwọn musicians tó máa ń sponsor. Ṣé understand?
Yes.
So àti mo kè onígbọ̀ngàn yìí alpha tí máa fẹ́ kó máa play in church mi Sunday má wọrí o need láti attend rehearsal wọn Sunday kò kàn máa wá èló ni ká máa fún ẹ, ok máa fún ẹ báyìí máa wá. That kind of man tó bá ṣẹ́jú sí pa master ọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan máa pé ẹ gbé gángan bọ̀bọ̀ ìṣókè mi ò gbọ́n gángan ibi tí mo wà. You know there is problem already.
Yes.
Even tó bá jẹ́ pé gángan yẹn ordinarily is already hitting some decibels tó yẹ pé ó ti ń kó bá ọrọ̀ ajé music yẹn already, ó ti ń gbógun ti music. But nítorí pé pa master ò fẹ́ kí alternative source of income kó run dry, a fẹ́ fún bàbá olówó ní preference. That is another strong factor. Except tọ́lọ́ bá fún olú ẹ̀ ní orí ọ̀fẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé bàbá olówó yẹn jẹ́ ẹni tó ẹ pé òun pé ó ti fàgbòfé gún ẹjẹ́ ń jókun ẹ lẹ̀. Ṣé ti understand?
Kò ní affect.
I can vividly remember back then when we were young, because GRA parish tí mo dàgbà sí tó ẹ pé mo lè sọ pé mo ti cut teeth me as a church musician. GRA parish came out of CCC Olúṣọ̀ṣọ̀. And those two parishes, they had a very cordial relationship. Ìkórè Olúṣọ̀ṣọ̀ a máa lọ Tama participates actively. She understand? Ìkórè GRA parish, àwọn ará Olúṣosùn náà máa wá. She understand? Now, bàbá kan wà ní Olúṣosùn parish ńgbà yẹn. Wọ́n máa ń pe bàbá yẹn ní Bàbá Akínwùmí. Very rich man. That man happens to love Ebenezer Obey's music. So tó bá fẹ́ ṣe any major program ní church yẹn, Bọ̀dá Simoni Adeleke tó ń lu gángan fòde, gbogbo àwọn yẹn ló máa gbé wá. Àwọn Brother Dele Koka, guitar player for Ebenezer Obey, was a member of that choir. So gbogbo ìràwọ̀ ló máa wà níbẹ̀. Though that man, that Baba Akínwùmí, èèyàn jẹ́jẹ́ ni, he doesn't, but ẹ kàn imagine ní irú setting yẹn, irú environment yẹn, kí engineer kan wá ní pé òun study sound ní Berkeley. Ṣé understand? Kó wá sọ wípé ó níbi tí ó ní decibel tó yẹ kí ṣọ́ọ̀bù dé, ó ní volume tó yẹ kí, ó ní tábà ṣe EQ kò yẹ ó fẹ́ kábùkù ni o, because tó bá lù tán wọ́n máa gbájú window jù síta ni. Ṣé ti understand? So yes. That's another, my brother, it may not be a wholesome factor, but the fact remains that this thing exists. In this kind of situation, we have identified an issue. I don't want to call it a problem, because thank God this is an interactive forum.
Yes.
It is for me and you to identify where the issues are. So, time they will be able to help us find a solution, prefer a solution.
Yes, now, yes.
Yes. Okay, now this is another one. In a case whereby bóyá ọmọ olùṣọ́ àbí ọmọ parochial committee chairman ní guitar player àbí saxophonist nínú church wa. She understand? Ó mọ instrument yẹn play, but because of his level of maturity, pé ibi tí òye àti làákàyè dé vis-à-vis accompanying in the choir, ẹni pé tó bá ti gbé fèrè ẹsẹ̀ nu báyìí, àti pé wọ́n ń kọ lead o, àti chorus ń dáhùn, in fact ó wọ́n sì fún kọ́rọ̀ yẹn wá lè débi wípé in fact okay tí àwọn yòókù tó ń fún fèrè àbí tó ń play instrument tó bá wà pé okay ẹ jẹ́ ká play lines ká play arrangement, kò ní bá wọn play arrangement. A wò pé èwo ló kàn pẹ̀lú tiyín. Ṣé ti understand?
Yes.
There are people like that. Tí wọ́n bá fún ní suspension, wọ́n á rí pípọ́n ojú bàbá ẹ̀. Ṣé mo rò wọ́n ràn yé yín?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni yé mi.
What?
I understand.
Okay, mo rí pé wọ́n sọ pé kò tí kan olórin, ó kan olórin náà. Ṣé mo rí pé the thing is now, let's the part of the church musician and which we call the instrumentalist, that's my own jurisdiction. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní ká kọ́kọ́ yọ ìtì tó wà lójú wa náà, ká kọ́kọ́ yọ toothpick tó wà lójú wa, ká tó rí òpó náà tó wà lójú ẹlòmíì. Ṣé ti understand? Of course, a ní singer tó jẹ́ wípé ó jẹ́ favourite àwọn èèyàn ní church. Even when he's singing, he's doing more evil than good. Òun ni favourite àwọn èèyàn. Kí service máa lọ báyìí, kọ́ máa kọrin kí gbogbo wọn máa tòde báyìí. Tẹ́ni ẹ bá wọnú choir stop, wọ́n lè máa fọwọ́ gbọ́n wọn pé ọmọ yẹn ti dé, ọmọ yẹn ti dé o, ọmọ yẹn ti dé o. Ṣé ti understand? Now, that kind of singer happens to be of an individualist. Is an individualistic person. Pé mo dá dúró ni, òun ò kì í ṣe èèyàn tó yẹ pé team player bó ìwà yẹn tẹ́ bá ti fún mic tó bá ti lead báyìí tó bá di pé ó kún kẹ́lòmíì lead kò lè back up o lè mú mic back up fún kó gbà kí ló fẹ́ ṣe ń gbòdì wọn kì í pín tó ajá kó kan lè mọ́ mú wá sọ fún yín ní pé òun ò mọ̀ ọkọ̀ ṣe understand so there are people like that too ẹ pé kò tiẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ the fact pé òun dá láyé ara òun so sometimes the person has this kind of a sense of how will I put it sense of entitlement pé tóun bá kọrin church pé tẹ̀ ní fẹ́ try ẹ̀. Do you understand? I have seen church choirs tó pé wọ́n dissolve choir nítorí pé wọ́n fún pastor fún ẹnìkan tó jẹ́ quote in quote star ó fún suspension wọ́n dẹ̀ dissolve wọ́n fún choir suspension in fact wọ́n dissolve choir wọ́n ní káwọn èèyàn padà kọ́ lọ́ máa kọ application. Do you understand? So what I'm trying to say in essence is the first thing that we need to deal with is our ego. The first thing we need to, in fact, we can practically that what I'm trying to say is tó bá yẹ pé ego èèyàn a lè fi ego wa kọ́ fún wa pé ìwọ ní ego mi o ká dẹ̀ mú bọ̀ ká dẹ̀ yín fún ego yẹn pé ìwọ ló kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ kó bá mi ló fẹ́ bà ayé mi jẹ́ ló fẹ́ jẹ́ kí n rí ìjọba ọ̀run wọn. Because it is your ego that will tell you no you are better than this now why should they no this is not your portion. No you understand?
Yes.
It is when you don't manage your ego, you might develop, see, pride. And when pride sets in, my brother, you can remember what the Bible said about pride. Kò sọ wípé Ọlọ́run ò fẹ́ràn onígbéraga, ó ní Ọlọ́run kórìíra, Ọlọ́run ó jìnnà pátápátá sí onígbéraga. The first that it is that pride that will tell you no báwo ni máa bárò àwọn ilé play báwo ni máa ṣe máa fi dìgbòdì pẹ̀lú àwọn ilé no mo máa yàn tí mò ń bá play ń tà. So tó o ti bá ti dé ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa mọ̀ pọ̀ gàáyìn ni you understand? Especially kó jẹ́ wípé bóyá òun ni drummer church ẹ mọ̀ apá ẹ̀ wà lókè ìlú kan èèyàn mẹ́jọ so kó wá wọnú church kẹ́ni tó wá ń play ń bẹ̀ kó má tètè dìde. Pé àbí ẹ ti understand? Ṣé nǹkan kan máa ṣẹlẹ̀? So it is somehow very, very difficult a talented person to be humble. Do you understand what I'm saying? It can be difficult for a talented person to be humble. Because
that's what the Lord is even saying too.
Yes.
Naturally, talent comes with pride.
So, I'm telling you, it takes deliberate efforts. It is very difficult. You understand? Then another thing is you always find yourself being impatient. Your level of talent. Some people that they have difficulty assimilating as fast as you can. You can be very, very impatient with them. Do you understand? So it's something we need to deal with, because the moment you start seeing yourself as better than every other person, you find it very difficult to work with them. You find it very, very difficult to work with them. In fact, something we start telling you, people you mama bow me journey, mama family. I used to hear that thing that mama bow people play mama bow eje. Do you understand?
More learn. Was anybody do there's no challenges, you know.
there are no challenges.
Yes.
There are no challenges. So you believe you are beyond where they are. So that ego, we have talked about the ego, need to really deal with. Then another thing is, we should always ask ourselves the question, have I come here to play the instrument or to play the music? I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. That
Yes.
have I come here to play the instrument or to play the music?
For the music.
There are times that those two are miles apart. They are two different things.
The volume is coming lower.
Oh, sorry.
It's good now.
So am I more audible?
Yes,
now,
sir? Louder, yes, sir.
So like what I said last one, we should all often ask ourselves that, have I come here to play the instruments or to play the music?
Music.
Sometimes, if you are not mindful, you find yourself playing the instrument instead of playing the music. You just find out you are out of context. You are, it's like everybody is in a, how will I put it? Everybody is on a line and you're out of the line and you are doing something totally different from what they are doing. Of course, there should be a synergy. And a group of musicians, the more they play together, the stronger the bond, the stronger the synergy.
Yes, sure, of course.
In fact, their communication is always seamless. You will always notice the difference between them. You understand? Even pick up band here, they are in each of their fields. They are gurus. Do you understand? But
yes.
You will not be able to see the cohesion. You will not be able to see the glue to learn. Play
Ben.
You just see individual talents.
There will no harmony.
Thank you. So, my brother, let me tell you, like there's a term that we use for people that we consider not too, that people that don't have so much dexterity on their instruments, that we say the akamulele. You understand? So when you have a team of akamu that have been playing together for long, that they have one sound, that they sound together. My brother, if we will not be partial, if we are going to be factual in our analysis or in our assessments, you will enjoy them more than all those pros that don't play together. Do you understand? And even this dexterity we are talking about, I want to believe that the dexterity becomes useless when it doesn't serve the purpose at a point in time. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I understand.
Our musicians, they are very, very vast. They have all these techniques and everything. When it comes to them together and they cannot really deliver in a context, then what is the use of that dexterity? You understand?
Yes,
that's why you see a lot of people who know what they are doing. They will rather respect a group of musicians than an individual as to what play because you need a lot to put a band together, to put a group together, to be to have a choir together, and There, that shows pé kò ṣe pé kò kí n sí issues o, but you have been able to manage your issues. So pé débi wípé kò tú yín ká. Do you understand?
Yes.
They will even give kudos to èèyàn tó jẹ́ olórí tó pé has been able to put all of you together. Tí ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ dàrú. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, as a church musician, if everything you have learned with all your techniques and your riffs and your phrases and your whatever and all the chords you know, and you find it difficult to effectively accompany the choir without causing chaos, then what is the point? For crying out loud. It is good to be informed. Information leads to transformation.
Yes.
Do you understand? But
Yes.
when you have that information, but that information has not gone through a process, instead of transforming you, it will destroy you. My brother. Now, let me create a scenario.
Okay.
I remember back then when I was in the Polytechnic, Tabati ṣe ẹ̀sìn bẹ̀rẹ̀ oṣù ní Celestial Church of Christ, Army Barracks Road, Mọ́kọ́lá. Tabati ṣe àwọn àríyá nǹkan yẹn, tati ṣe Ọlọ́run and everything, tati ṣe gbogbo yẹn, ṣe understand? Tó bá di wípé àwa gba ìmọ́lẹ̀ pé òkè ká gba ìmọ́lẹ̀ títí tí a máa fi bẹ̀rẹ̀. No, tabatẹ̀ ti ṣe àríyá tán, tó bá ti pé a ti gbàdúrà pé wọ́n à ń kó mọ́lẹ̀ jọ kí service tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ proper. Ṣé mọ̀ wípé a máa kọrin Jésù ní yíyọ̀ ayé. So sometimes we pass the microphones around for each members of the choir to sing, to express themselves. Fine, we are giving them opportunity to express themselves. In as much as we are doing that, there's still how will I put it? There's still an underlying solemnity to what we are doing. I'm fún àwọn èèyàn láyè láti kọrin and pass microphone around, but the mood at that point in time still have some level of solemnity to it. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I understand, yes. True.
Kì í ṣe gbagba situation. At least I can remember there have been times where even because we had a large congregation during the service, it will take a long time to put all the imole together. So sometimes the opportunity to improvise goes to the musicians too. You understand?
Yes.
Now, why imagine kí irú opportunity yẹn kó wá dé ọ̀dọ̀ èèyàn tó ń play guitar. Kó wá jẹ́ time yẹn ló máa mú àti distortion, àti overdrive, àti flanger, àti gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa wá dà papọ̀. Láwa yí volume guitar ẹ̀ tán ló máa dà wọlé. Níwájú Ọlọ́run àti èèyàn, ṣé wọn ò ní wò pé something is fundamentally wrong?
Yes, at that level, because everything was solemn already.
We ought to study the, how will I put it, the prevailing circumstances, maybe atmosphere of solemnity. Ṣé ti understand? But nígbà tí èèyàn wá kí guitar ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ tó wá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, àwọn èèyàn wá pé ó dàbẹ̀ pé ẹ má yẹ kí n sọ nǹkan tó wà lọ́kàn mi. So she understand.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say is this. Aṣọ ìgbà la máa ń dá fún ìgbà. We should try to understand pé irú nǹkan báyìí ló bá ìgbà báyìí mu. èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ sọ wípé òun fẹ́ lọ sí ilé ẹni tí ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ pàdánù ọmọ kékeré kó wá kó sí léṣe olówó ń gbatẹ́gùn kó wá wa chain sọ́rùn kó wá ta gèlè yáyáyá ṣe ti understand tó bá débẹ̀ tá àwọn nípa ṣé ni yóò mọ̀ pé àbí ṣé ó rò bí ìkómọ là ń ṣe ń bí ni àbí ìṣílé ṣe understand so we should always understand what is appropriate within the ambit of ìwọ̀ntúnwọ̀nsì ṣe understand ìwọ̀ntúnwọ̀nsì balancing our role. We have the S in brackets. And why I said that sometimes you are an accompanist. There are times that you find yourself on a spot, maybe okay, oh yeah, afi ibi ba ile fún ẹ kí ìwọ náà jáde kó improvise. Now, at that point in time, your role has switched from somebody backing up to somebody who is leading for other people to back up. So even as that role shifts, I think wisdom should be profitable to direct how you approach that little chance you are given. You should still have it at the back of your mind. Pay fine, no, one from a as a soloist, but in got I accompany service. In got if you are in church in service la de inshi. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm going to say something now, and I know some people will come for me because I get one. Some people will come for me. Now, I said something about we pay and calling to us solemn. Somebody just comes up and starts playing. Now, that kind of thing he played at that point in time that is not appropriate may be suitable for another part of the service. Do you understand?
Yes.
I don't know if you understand me. That's his approach to his playing, his guitar playing. To ṣe nínú ibẹ̀ yẹn tó dàbí ẹni pé kò bá gbà mú yẹn ó lè bá ìgbà mú at another part of the service. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Then
Now, I'm going to make mention of a particular the players of a particular musical instrument, and that is the talking drum. No, I mentioned it last week.
that's good.
Yeah. So mo fẹ́ yà bàrà níbẹ̀. Now, Sherry Tabanika, we started the first instrument we mentioned. They are the keyboard instrument, which comprises of the organ and every other one. That's the instrument where more often than not they have a role to play almost throughout the service. You understand? When they are not leading the hymns, they are backing up, they are accompanying, they are part of the reading section. You understand?
Yes.
At other parts of the service. Now, gángan as a musical instrument, only more limited role láti play in the service.
Yes.
Nínú ìjọ mímọ́ tó bá yàtọ̀ sí pé bóyá à ń ṣe ìkómọ tó yẹ pé a máa nílò láti lu ìlù sí àwọn orin tá à ń kọ. I do not think talking drum should come in before owó igbá. Before owó igbá.
True.
Now, okay, the talking drum comes in for owó igbá. And tó bá máa fi di pé a ṣe ọpẹ́ tó jẹ́ the last one láàrin service, I believe talking drummer ó tún ti parí iṣẹ́ for the day nìyẹn. Àfi tó bá yẹ pé bóyá ìkómọ like I said, or bóyá tó bá ń ṣe ìkórè. Okay, yeah, My sister Demilade mentioned the wàásù. Yes. Tí orin tó bá ẹ mọ̀ pé church mi wà àwọn kọrin lọ sí wàásù.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àwọn kọrin ní wàásù. Wọ́n máa kọ jókòó.
Wọ́n kọrin.
Wọ́n ti gbàdúrà ìjà àgbà tó gbàdúrà.
Tó bá ti sọ pé tó bá ti ní àdúrà látẹnu oníwàásù. Oníwàásù yẹn bó ṣe ń gbàdúrà yẹn lọ ẹ̀ mú microphone tó fi ń gbàdúrà yẹn ó ti lọ sórí àga wàásù. Tó bá máa fi gbàdúrà Jésù Olúwa wa mi tẹ́ bá máa lajú ẹ máa bá lórí àga wàásù.
Yeah, there's some churches like that, the parishes like that.
I don't think there is any part of the Celestial Church Constitution that's against that. She understand? It may be an innovation. She understand? So, but so it tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n need there nínú orin wàásù fine, of course. But if not, for a regular service, those are the places where the talking drum need to work. Now, that Shari, me, I can never support it. Make key wants or make key talking drum up play in the church. Let us be sincere with ourselves. Celestial Church of Christ is an African instituted church.
Yes. Yes.
Let us play our talking drum.
But
let us play our bata. Let me be sincere with you. Tí àyè àti máa fi bàtà ńlá máa ṣe service wà, there are sessions that they will be needed to reinforce. Let them come. So far tó ti jẹ́ pé èèyàn tó ń lu yẹn nervous system ẹ̀ settle.
That's a challenge.
Do you understand, sir?
Yes.
I've worked with a lot of people that play bata, and they are very, very level-headed. I have a lot of friends that are talking drummers that you find it very difficult when they tell you they are talking drummers. This is an African church. I remember, like, there was a time, I think Baba Oshin ni wọn kì í gbà kọlù bàtà nínú church. You understand? Okay. There was a time I was with Babara group. That was after Babara died. I played with the band. So multiple there are some churches we went to. Tí Baba Oshin wà ńbẹ̀ tí wọn kì í jẹ́ kí ẹni tó ń lu bàtà kó play. Okay. Because it is believed pé bàtà pé instrument àwọn oníṣàngó ni. Do we understand? But Taban sọ wípé I want to make a profound statement. I know ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ yìí sìn, a lot of people will come for me. But that is the issue. Me, I'm a realist. Mi ò ní láti máa fẹ̀kọ́ tọ́nà, mi ò lè máa tán ara mi jẹ. Tí àwọn èèyàn bá sọ pé bàtà instrument oníṣàngó ni, pé ìjọ mímọ́, pé ìjọ ẹ̀mí. Fine, ìjọ mímọ́ is an ìjọ ẹ̀mí. Let me shock you. The idea of pé à ń ṣe ìkómọpókè à ń sọmọ lórúkọ wòlíì gbọmọ dání ó ń jíṣẹ́ pé ọmọ yìí nǹkan báyìí ni. Do you think it's different from pé wọ́n bímọ ńlẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n lọ dákọ̀ṣẹ̀ jáyé?
No, kò yàtọ̀. The same ni.
So what are we talking about here? It happened to Jesus Christ too. Nígbà tí àkókò sì tó láti kọ ọmọ náà ní ìlà. Do you remember Luke 2? Tá máa ń kà ní kò mọ̀. Wọ́n gbé wá, wọ́n ní wòlíì náà ó gbé ní ọwọ́ rẹ̀. Ó sì fi pé a gbé ọmọ yìí kalẹ̀ fún ìṣubú àti ìdìde ọ̀pọ̀ ènìyàn ní Israeli àti fún àmì tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ òdì sí. Idà yóò sì gún wọn náà ní ọkàn kí a lè fi ìrònú ọ̀pọ̀ kan. Now, it is just unfortunate rẹ́dẹ̀rẹ̀dẹ̀ tí àwọn unscrupulous elements kan nínú ìjọ mímọ́ ti kó bá wa. Ìjọ mímọ́ ìjọ tó pé ni o. Ìjọ tó pé ni o. And à ń gbómi kalẹ̀, à ń gbé oyin iyọ̀ ṣúgà èso kalẹ̀. Àdàbà méjì àtẹ̀mọ ẹyẹlé méjì lọ gbélé fún Jésù Olúwa wa o.
Ben.
You understand? So, but
Yes.
what I will say is this. God's standards has never changed. The approach might have changed over time. Yorùbá máa ń pòwe pé bí ẹyẹ bá ṣe fò la ṣe máa ń sọ̀kò ẹ̀. Okay, this is a typical example. Ní ìgbà tí Mósè tó máa kó àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì kọjá ní etí òkun pupa. Tẹ́ bá rántí pé Bíbélì sọ fún wa pé kí ló wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀? Ó ní ọ̀pá. Náà ọ̀pá ẹ̀ sí orí omi. Mósè ò lè ní ṣe kó má nọ́pàá lọ́wọ́ nítorí darandaran ní by profession.
Ben.
So the shepherd ni Moses, ọ̀pá wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ní ìgbà tó tó àkókò fún Joshua láti kọjá odò Jọ́dánì, Joshua ò ní ọ̀pá dání o. Wọ́n sọ fún àwọn tó gbé àpótí ẹ̀rí dání pé káwọn kọ́kọ́ tẹ̀sẹ̀ bọ omi yẹn náà.
Ben. Ó dẹ̀ last méjì.
Now, at the end of the day, scenarios, Ọlọ́run ó achieve nǹkan tó fẹ́ achieve, but with different methods. Ṣé ẹ rò bí tí Jésù Olúwa wa bá wà láyé ńsìn, ṣé ẹsẹ̀ ló máa fi rìn láti Jerusalem dé Judea ni? Kò possible.
Ben.
And he will never ever address the multitude without using a microphone. Ṣé ní Èkó wa ìtọ́ pé bí ohun ẹ̀rọ lọ́gí ṣe ń dún, ní generator ṣe ń dún, ní mọ́tò ṣe ń dún.
Ben.
So ṣé Jésù àwa náà kó àwọn 5,000 síbi kan, àwa fẹnu lásán bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Olúwa wa ò ní dánwò. Irinṣẹ́ tó bá dáa jù at that point in time ló máa gbà.
Yes, but Akíndiméjì, in fact, you have said it. Somebody can win time. In fact, you even till 10 o'clock. God bless you, my brother.
Amen. Oh, amen. Amen. It's a privilege.
So much.
It's actually a privilege.
Yes, let's let some people, join us and share their comments too. Let me take some.
Okay,
yes, that's some. And I see Brother Tosin Bisala with his. I see the comment section is very, very lively this night. I don't like, but it sounds like mosquito in the percussion ensemble.
Bàbá yẹn play ẹ̀ ni o. Tí ẹni tó play ẹ̀ bá ṣe play ẹ̀ ni o. Tẹ́ni ọ̀ bá ti ń ṣe oní kátàkótó.
Ẹ̀yin tẹ̀lé ń pe Moses ní Fúlàní Moses, Herdsman. Ẹ ṣọ́ra yín o, ẹ má yẹ kí Moses mú yín. All right, okay, let me take some requests, okay? Let me take Brother Taiwo now. So, can I do some few minutes and we'll take 2 more or 3 more, then we can just do it short and we can go for service. Yes, the network is bad. Brother T, what else?
Hey, where's Brother Akíndiméjì?
Okay, let me, okay, I think it's network issue. I'm bringing him back now.
We have to talk about this girl. You did not tell me Akíndiméjì. That girl you did not tell me about Akíndiméjì. I have to know tonight.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ mọ̀ pé ìgbà yẹn ìbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run wà nù àti mi ìdúró sọ wípé mo ní girlfriend nígbà yẹn.
That's good. Good. Quick one. Nice. I've been listening from the beginning, and I think you have done justice to the topic tonight. Kudos to you and more knowledge. But there's something which I was just reading people's comment, and there's a mistake which people are joining to. This issue of talent comes with pride. You understand? There's a dichotomy between you being proud and you be assertive. You understand?
Yes.
That's where we make a mistake. You could be talented and you will not be proud. But you might be talented and you'll be able to say right. That is not pride. That is being assertive because you are sure of what you are saying. So I just want our people tonight to understand that there's a difference, because it depends on the place where you're coming from. If I come into your church and I could see mistake, and I'm able to maybe talk to somebody and say, you understand?
Yes.
It's not being proud. It's just trying to be, you are sure of what you are saying. So it is not pride as such. There are a lot of talented people who are not proud. But when they get to a place, if the condition there does not suit them, they will voice their people out. They will voice their opinion out and say, it's not as if they are proud. They only want to make sure you get the best out of them. So that is not proud. That is not somebody being proud. So I think a lot of people are jumping. A lot of our people are jumping into the fact that we want to be talented or to be good or man proud. No, not everybody.
But majorly is that it's actually what people see. It's people outside, the way they see, and we can't control that really.
Well, I don't think you can control that external figure,
Yeah,
sir. Because the fact is this. You see, the ends justify the means. You understand? There are times, you see, you need to be flexible. If you find yourself in a situation, if I go into a program or I find myself in a place and peradventure I see that there are a lot of shortcomings, in my little way, I will try and say, okay, can we do things differently? You might be lucky you find people who are cool-headed, like he said, Tinabo system, all are settled. They will follow suit and agree, or try what you say. But if the Tinabo system are porous, and you see that they are a little bit agitative or they are being rebellious, take a step back and have a look. If you can take a step back, look at. If you cannot, walk away, but stylishly. Some people there might say, Rotilo is a proud person. No, you are not being proud. Because you know why? One day, what you have said, if it is in line, if it is the truth, you want to say, one day, so on the day of reckoning, they will remember, no, that person is not proud. He's only being assertive that, no, I just shake God differently. Shall you understand? I just shake God differently. It is not like tonight. Another thing I wish the bench is back. Another thing I would have loved him to lay emphasis on. You see, I'm making mockery of some of my friends I see here saying this is doing this. But the fact is this: he said something at the beginning of this program, which is the core reason why we are musicians in the church. Our role is to support the ministry. Yes. I don't know much about the Bible, but even the Bible in the ministry.
Yes.
So Bible root. It calls us branches.
Yes.
Even the ministry of evangelism is also a branch.
Yes.
So all these branches, we have to come together and put God at the center. That's the way it should be structured. And that's what Brad Minji is trying to tell us. But you see, he has made emphasis to when people are saying about I want to calling all over studio. I also call Clamanco vocalist or Clamanco lead singer. I want to go studio. But you see, the fact is, even if you are playing guitar, if you are playing piano, if you are singing, if you cannot put yourself or your mindset into that thing that Akíndiméjì have just told us, that you are supporting, you are in a support role. But if you see yourself as me, you see, that's where we start. That's where the problem starts from. You understand? You see, photo. You understand? Some people, we know ourselves. ẹlòmíì ó lè jẹ́ àwọn lead vocalist wá sí ẹ̀rí rí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ẹ̀rí wọn tó bá kọ̀ ti kú wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti ń kọrin owó gbábà yìí ṣáàmà akọ̀ yọ ni microphone yẹn dà wọ́n fẹ́ gbóhùn lẹ́nu yẹn ṣé you understand? I always say anywhere I go I always say to people in that category I always tell them ọ̀rẹ́ ọmọ okò wá ṣeré ń bílẹ̀ nìyẹn. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If the person is approachable, go shout to my family too. You understand? If the person is approachable, you understand? I always tell them, ọmọ wa ṣeré lẹ́ni ni o. Kí ni ìtumọ̀ wá ní? So láti àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ jírí bọ́yá máa wá. See the this time. Okay, tó ló fẹ́ fà fohùn lẹ̀. Ẹ fohùn ẹlẹ̀ ohun èlò ọkọ̀ àtàdá ni kò sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n máa lo ohun èlò àpáti ni kò sí story inú yẹn. You understand? Ọmọ ìyá mi ṣe ní òsì ńbẹ̀ kò ní di ìmọ́lẹ̀ mẹ́ta omi ìyàsímọ́ kò need. You understand? So we have to we should try as much as possible imbibe that culture, but media towards this time. We are supporting. Kò bá jẹ́ ọ̀gán engineer, you are supporting. Kò bá jẹ́ wọ́n ní lead vocalist, you are supporting. Kò bá jẹ́ wọ́n ní onígìtá ni, onígangan ni, onígbàkan ni, you are in a support role. So when you have that mindset, like me, when I go to people that know me very well, when I go to engagement, and bon content play, you like ariwo. That will be my response. I'll just say to you, Tibati, you understand? I know. You see, it takes a lot of experience for you to understand that. Look, you are in a team player. You gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́. Kò sí ìgbà tí bá tó gbọ́ guitar yẹn, àbí tó bá tó gbọ́ keyboard yẹn, ló tó make sense. Get? So everybody, every one of us, when we see us, when a lot of people are on the platform talk more, you do méjì, àwọn brother Chidi tó wà bíbá iná wọn, nígbà tí gbogbo àjọ wà pọ̀, tájọ máa ń rìn gbogbo wà pọ̀, you understand? We agree to disagree. You understand? But the bottom line is, we let ourselves understand that, look, the fact is, everything, God has to be at the center of it. Can you understand? God has to be at the center of it. But when you take God out of it, it becomes chaos. So I want to thank you for the program, but I just want to really chip this in that our people should understand that people might say it is pride, but no, it is I'm my own proud. Should you understand? I'm my own proud. But me, because of their experience and because of their status in the music industry or in the music space, you understand? When they get to a place, they want to try and get things right, like be able to enjoy them. And if you are not giving it back to them, you understand? They might decide to take a step back. Oh, proud. You get? Toba share with all sincerity, you understand? Because so toba share no sincerity, but in most cases, sharing is content yen she lọ́jọ́ yẹn, tẹ́ ro proud yen, tó bá dọjọ́ kan, ó máa padà wá yọlẹ̀. Ìgbà yẹn máa sọ pé kò proud. So we should be able to distinguish between that. Okay, so that's just my contribution tonight.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Brother Taiwo. God bless you, sir. All right, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, praise all that. Good evening. How are you doing? I can't hear you.
D-Major.
Baba,
Okay.
D-Major.
How are you doing? How is family?
D-Major, Baba.
Thank you so much. All right.
I really learned a lot tonight again. Ó kàn jẹ́ pé D-Major each tàwọn vocalist dáadáa so that we can know ibi tí bàtà ti ń ta wá lẹ́sẹ̀ dáadáa. But of a truth, you said a lot and sincerely, it's a blessing. But still, Uncle Ayo,
yes, sir.
Which key, if we can suggest, if choirs can be having a seminar. Gbàgbé pé o mọ instrument play. Gbàgbé pé o mọ orin kọ. Do you get me? Where we see they think they are improving is ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ ta ká lọ play. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ kíní kan ká lọ play. Mo ń bá artist bye play. Now, the truth is the real core discipline or teaching comes from what they hear that come. This is what we need when it comes to church music. Mo sọ lágbolagbo, mo sọ gbogbogbò. Do you get me, sir?
Yes.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I'm getting you.
Because I can say pé pride or no pride náà ni. For example, a ní àwọn oríṣiríṣi artist mi play fún the band. As in musicians mi, ó lè jẹ́ guitarist, ó lè jẹ́ drummer, ó lè jẹ́, but the status tó ń gbé bọ̀ láti ta wípé èmi ṣáà ní guitarist Ayéfẹ́lẹ́, èmi ṣáà ní talking drummer Sunny. Do you get me?
Ben.
And they see a vocalist of bí ó ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ lánàá àbí kò tí play for even 6 years. They tend to feel when you are singing and you are saying I'm making noise, what do you mean? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Sir.
So if we can be having a teaching, kani gbogbo wa ta man belongs to choir as instrumentalist, as singer, as percussionist, la one forum we sing, it would have been very much better. Because in Kotobagbo, this is how things should be done. Mo ti rí bí tí lórí sound check nìkan, I went to minister in a place. Fine. I was opportune to be the one to call the engineer for them. Tó lò ń bẹ̀ yẹn, tó kó instrument yẹn wá fún program yẹn. So they called another music artist too. Lórí ipá wọn, so talking drummer mi ò tètè dé. He would have been the one to balance that gogon, and I would tell that engineer not to touch it. Kalo ti balance it. But unfortunately, talking drummer mi ò tètè dé. So their talking drummer I have to say, Oga, ẹ wá balance gogon. Kó má jẹ́ inú ẹ̀sìn. Lọ́tí máa ṣe. Lórí balancing nìkan, ojú ọ̀nsìn bí méjì. Bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn wá ń kí. Bọ̀bọ̀ engineer yẹn kò kọjú sí. Ó ní praise altar. Wọ́n bí. Mo ò fún. Kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ni ilé ìbèrè mo ò fún mọ́. Ó ti jó ọ̀nsìn speaker méjì. Mo dẹ̀ dúró sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ speaker yẹn lóòótọ́ mo rí pé ọ̀nsẹ̀ ti lọ. Bọ̀bọ̀ ìdẹ́sìn bínú wípé wọ́n yí òun sókè. I was like, come. At long run, when they started playing in the church, you notice the whole thing was noise. Mo kàn lọ jókòó síta ni. Mo lọ jókòó síta dé mi. When you are true, you call me. That is me. Because gbogbo ẹ̀ ti di, ó ti wá kúrò ní church music tá fẹ́ ṣe, ó ti ń di nǹkan mi bí àwọn lágbolagbo. So I think if many of us, I'm trying to invite people here. It is not for anything. Nobody is asking for money from you. But when you come, when you learn from people, it is not, there are some, fine, I might know the ministers or the guests you've been bringing. But there are some people I don't know facially. Facially. And with time, I've been able to learn one or two things about what we are doing here. So I've been trying to invite one or two people. At least kò ń ṣe mi mò ń sọ. Kábà maybe out of my own knowledge. Do you get me?
Yes.
And knowledge does not end in a point. Learning, see, mo tún ti gbọ́ nǹkan, mo tún ti learn nǹkan mi lẹ́lẹ́ ọ̀gá mi báyìí. So I just wish if we can start encouraging people to join, just to come and learn.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
I really appreciate.
Yes, sir.
And I think it will give our church music a better form.
Yes, sir. Thanks so much. Praise the Lord.
Thanks, man. I should go.
Good
Please, Walter,
evening.
thank you so much. Demilade, how are you doing? All right.
Good evening.
Good
Good evening.
evening. You are welcome. Thanks for joining
Major.
us. Ẹ káalẹ́ mà o.
Good evening,
Ẹ kú
sir.
ìgbádùn.
Ẹ
Yes, ma.
kálẹ́ sà, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ náà.
Àwa nìyẹn mà o.
Ọlọ́run
Àwa nìyẹn
aṣagbára
Olúwa ló ṣe.
dọ̀tun.
Àmì àṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Good evening to everyone watching us right
Yeah.
now. First and foremost, I'll say that I miss everybody. It's been a while that
Yes.
I came up here. It has been one kind, but we thank God. We give God the glory. Like, we are back now. We are back fully. We shall not be missing it every Thursday. God bless us.
Amen. Thank you.
D Major, really
Ma?
this night, it's very interesting. Actually, it has always been one major discussion, Lori platform, you know, the way to move forward in the church sector, and like in the chorister and all that. And it has really been helping me as a person, one way or the other, because I always see where my fault is coming from. At times when I hear some things, Mama Moipito jetted me, and I would really quickly hold on to it that, okay, this is where my own fault is, and I'll be able to adjust. But one thing I just want to talk about is this pride and all these things in Sele. You know, in this celestial the choir section of this celestial church, you know, when they see you that this particular person, maybe she's talented or he or she's talented, and one thing about talent is that when it is in you, even if you know yourself that I am not I am not proud, rather, I don't have pride in me, because of this talent that you carry, a lot of people will see you as a proud person. I would not lie about it. I know a lot of people that have walked up to me and told me that, okay, àwọn èèyàn máa sọ pé ẹ gbéraga, you know, àwọn èèyàn máa sọ wípé ẹ jọra yín lójú, and when they get closer to me, they will be like, and it is not what people are saying, you know. Like, we are seeing a totally different person. Even in my church here, one thing about me is that I try to limit the way I interact with them in this my choir, because when you play with them too much, they take advantage of it and they start misbehaving. And this church is just growing. And when you play with them too much, by one must everything they're fanny. Before you know it, they will scatter the whole thing. So I always put my face here. Anytime I mention that church, I don't smile with them. I don't joke with them. And I make sure that I start the service. Me, I'm not one of the, maybe I used to do it before when I was not in my father's church, or when I was not in this particular place, or when I was not this grown. Timothy Dagbatoyi. But I'm back up at a particular time in my one church. I don't do it. Ever since Timothy Mowikpe, it is not the right thing to do. Mo share. I have stopped it, and I know when I have stopped it. Sure, you understand. Whatever is not making me start the service, then I will not even bother going for that service. I would rather just stay back. Madam love food church service, rather than pay, because feel pay, yes, I am one of the vocalists, I am one of the strong person in the choir. I can just come in at any time I feel like and leave at any time I feel like. If we do that, then I want to iru kini am fisile fun won. Like, they will see it like it is a normal thing to do. Shall understand?
Yes.
But even at that, no matter how you try to make them understand that, okay, this thing, no, this is how it is meant to be, they will still see you. In fact, in this place, I stopped talking. Not until talk meeting the last general meeting the last week. I stopped talking, I stopped contributing, I stopped everything. I just come to service. If they ask me to sing, if the CM say come and sing, I will sing. If the CM did come and sing, I will keep quiet and be looking at them. Because at a point in time, they started making me feel like Toroti Je Church Baba. Do you understand? The fact that it is my father's church does not mean that I should see something that is not right, and I'll not be able to tell you that, okay, we cannot do this thing this way. And when I complain, the next thing you will hear them say is, it's because it's our father's church. It is because it's our father's church. And they start making it feel like, you know, that kind of feelings. So me, I told them, like, me, I will not be saying, in fact, to the point that I am the music director of the choir. He just talk a general meeting, more drop title here before I started saying anything in the choir. Because all the elders were there. I told them that, Emio, Latenilo, I cease to be the music director of this choir because I hate the fact that people are making me feel that it is because it is my father's church. You know, when we try to correct you for things, you will hear them say, Toroti Je Church Babeni. How do we want to move when you start making me feel like it is because it's my father's church? If I bring people, like if I invite boy, you know, Moran, when you're all around me now. When I try to bring them here, they will say that I'm using a veto power on them because it is my father's church. I understand. So because of that, me, I've decided, like, okay, for you people not to be seeing it that way, let me leave it for you, so you'll be doing it your own way. And at the end of the day, when the whole thing is scattering, people from the church will come and come, they bloody kilo shell now. Man, emikoni CMO, eloba CM. And I don't think that is pride. I am just trying to, according to what that man said the other time, that when you try to say things and they are not making good use of it, just stay back. And that is what I am doing now. So I don't know if it is wrong to stay back, or it is pride, because I don't understand. Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah, do you know what? Do you know? I understand that it's your father's church, and that's even the more reason why you should put in your best, because you are supporting him in his ministry. There are lots of Olushwa Gunto that their children doesn't even contribute anything to the ministry. They are not even Celestial. But the fact that you are there, what me I will say is this. You see, there are some of us that we are not comfortable in any other part of the church than the choir store. You agree with me? There are some of us that Tabawo and any other part of the church, especially Tobango with music, I'm a memora, but you see, Jesus Christ said something about, he said to his disciples when he sent them out, that anywhere they get to and people don't accept the gospel.
Yes.
My sister, the thing is, when it gets to the point that it's looking like you as an individual, you are getting bigger than the organization. And especially if the authority of the choir, like the choir master and whatever, are not agreeing with you, make your dad see the reason why you have to stay back. If God still wants you there, you get back there very soon. If not,
exactly.
I don't know. That sounds very extreme, Abby.
Yes.
That sounds very, but in my own case, that's what I'll do. Me, I don't know why. Okay, there was a time we had an issue in my church.
Father, he would not want to listen to
that. I know that Baba Oniba. Something happened in my church one day. Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ tá máa ń sọ nípa pé kí àwọn èèyàn máa sá sí abẹ́ ẹ̀mí mímọ́ yìí kó máa ṣe nǹkan. For crying out loud, lè má rí às kó wá di àárọ̀ Sunday kí wọ́n máa kọrin pé ẹ̀mí mímọ́ ló máa darí wa. Ṣé ìgbà tí Ọlọ́run fún yín time láti practice now? So if you don't practice, you cannot. Holy Spirit, God does miracle, but he's not a magician.
Yes.
Do you understand?
So
that particular
the
day,
choir master's wife is singing, and she she's singing flat, and you try to tell her that auntie, choreo flat, but because you are the choir master's wife, you flare up. You can't talk to me like that. You know, I am sick and tired of that statement. Is it because it's your father's church? I am sick and tired of that statement.
It can be annoying. Do you know what happened? Do you know I'm this kind of person? I am an advocate of people singing hymns. You understand? Hymns, choral music should not be sung with handheld microphone. That is what I believe.
Okay.
Because we, number one, most likely the sound engineer will not balance our microphones the same way. One. Number two, all of us don't project the same way. Kò ṣe level of projection tàbí kọrin kò bára mu. Ẹlòmíì lè throw voice more than ẹlòmíì. So nítorí bẹ́ẹ̀, I am an advocate of us not using handheld microphone to sing hymns and some choral music. You understand? So after a service, you know, we are trying to assess how the service went. And I told my music pastor, of course, it's a Baptist church. Money, Pastor John Toro, what happened if I stop láti máa lo àwọn microphone tá ń dì mú yìí láti máa fi kọ hymns. Then another thing ni pé ẹlòmíì wà, the part harmony tí organist ń play gangan sí àwọn hymns yẹn ó mọ̀, microphone wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, kó dẹ̀ mú microphone yìí sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ fún èèyàn tí ó mọ̀, wàá wá kọ part àgbélẹ̀rọ. Ṣé ti understand? Part àgbélẹ̀rọ tó kọ yẹn, àwọn èèyàn tó wà láàrin congregation tó ti ń ṣe choir láti kékeré wọn wà mọ the right harmony for that song, for that hymn. Wọ́n wá gbọ́ gbàrọ̀ gùdù tẹ́ ń kọ. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá kọ gbàrọ̀ gùdù yẹn, ẹ̀yin lẹ máa ti mic bẹnu jù. Tó bá ti wá gbógun ti music yẹn tán, àwa máa so tá bá parí service, ẹ wá ní pé ká máa access. Mo ní wẹ́ pé ní tèmi o, I believe we should stop using handheld microphone. Choir mics wà tá lè fi kọrin. It's just that gbàtí organist bá gbọ́ level tí volume choir wà, òun náà máa adjust accordingly. It will not play above. Ìgbà tí mo sọ, ẹnìkan wá tákù mi lọ́jọ́ yẹn, ẹni yẹn sọ pé ṣé mi tí mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ṣé mo máa attend Sunday school, ṣé mo máa lọ sí home fellowship, ṣé mo máa ó ṣàkà ọgbà àwọn spiritual pé ṣé spiritual life mi. Ìgbà tó wá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, mo fẹ́ dáhùn sí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. So nítorí pé èèyàn tó jẹ́ olórí wa ó ti mọ̀ wípé tí n bá dáhùn sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, ìjà máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Ibẹ̀ la parí rehearsal sí. So nítorí èmi mo kí n má bàa mú èèyàn sínú, mo wá lọ kọ sí orí group wa ní choir, WhatsApp group wa pé bàbá tó bí mi ó máa ń pòwe kan pé tó bá kó jà wá síwájú dáàdì mi pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ dáàdì o, àwọn méjèèjì ń jà o, ẹ bá wa dá sí o, ẹ bá yanjú ẹ o. Kí bàbá mi tó dá sí, ó máa kọ́kọ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín pé ẹ̀yin méjèèjì ṣé ó ti yá yín kọ́rọ̀ yìí tán, ṣé ó ti tán nínú yín, ṣé ẹ fẹ́ ká yanjú ẹ̀? Nítorí òun ò ní bá èèyàn gbé ọmọ tí ò ní ké. He doesn't want to put up his effort in futility. Wọn kò fẹ́ ṣe ti understand nǹkan tí mo sọ. That's the kind of person my dad is. Pé kó má bàa di pé a máa kọ̀ rojọ́ dànù. Àwọn èèyàn tèmi mọ̀ ń ṣe ló máa fẹjọ́ make owó. So kó o má fẹjọ́ tòun, kó o má ṣe dáa. So what I'm trying to say, I now told them that kò tiẹ̀ sí point pa àṣírí àzàgbọ́n mọ́. Kò sí point pé à ń parí service àtúndúró pé okay báwo ni service rí o. Since tó jẹ́ pé Holy Spirit ló máa bá a solve àti technical àti physical àti gbogbo every problem wa, Holy Spirit ló máa fix ẹ̀. I need rehearsal mọ́ tó bá ti sọ, in fact gan a lè sùn sílé wa gan kí Holy Spirit gbé wa dé church lọ́jọ́ Sunday ká dẹ̀ ṣe service. Mo á fọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ sí group. Ṣe ni pastor mi pè mí pé kí n má dá wàhálà lẹ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ yẹn pé kí n lọ withdraw ẹ̀. So a ní láti máa tọ́ ara wa jẹ. Nǹkan tí ò dáa kò dáa ni. Kò sí báyìí wá ṣe bòlò tí ò ní rùn gbẹ mọ́. Nǹkan tí ò dáa, okay, èèyàn kan wà ní church tó yẹ pé ó ní problem pẹ̀lú etí ẹ̀ tó yẹ pé okay tó bá ń kọrin díẹ̀ ó máa go off key. Kí ló ní tẹ̀ ṣe kúkú create time láti solve problem ẹni yẹn ju pé kó jẹ́ ẹni yẹn la máa gbé microphone tó loud jù fún lọ́jọ́ Sunday. Àti kó bá ara wa, a gbọ́dọ̀ fi personality èèyàn àbí kẹ́nìkan má bàa bínú káwa torí ẹ̀ káwa kó bá Ọlọ́run gangan ni a torí ẹ̀ kò jọ, and our God deserves the best week in week out. Irú àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ní challenge yẹn kọ́ wa máa try wọn out ní rehearsal àti bóyá service àárín ọ̀sẹ̀ gan gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ́lọ́run wà.
A máa sọ fún ẹ wá fún service àárín ọ̀sẹ̀. They see
She
it
understand,
like,
but it's
why
just
are
a
you
better
paying
platform for you to develop. Because Sunday will see láti my experiment.
That's in my experiment. Thank you. This is what I used to tell them. Sunday is not for trials. It is for you to have a good
experiment.
Yes.
Good
Professional
music.
Good music,
It
quality
has to
music,
be top
quality
notch.
delivery.
It must be smooth. Not that we can machine copy pay yes. She understand. At times, daddy my wife was asking and I will just keep quiet and be looking at see these people, See these people, they just like to make things, you know.
My
because
big
we want
brother,
to
that
sentimental.
Biggie of blessed memory. When that Biggie was handling CCC, Wakati Àdúrà Mi Parish, olórí wà nínú choir, professor ó wà nínú choir Dare Biggie. A lè máa rẹ́rìn mọ́mì alẹ́yìn ọ̀dọ̀ mi mo ti bọ́ mo ń bọ̀ láti wá jẹun tá bá ti parí rìhásà but nínú rìhásà yẹn gbogbo wọn ló máa wojú ẹ̀ tó bá go out of line. Ṣé ti understand? I have seen people handle choir tó yẹ pé ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn wà ń bẹ̀ tẹ́gbọ́n bá ti kọjá ìyẹn ní time yẹn gbogbo ìbáwí tó bá tọ́ sí everybody wá tó bá délé ajá ló máa yanjú ẹ̀. Ṣé ti understand? Well, tó bá jẹ́ pé I need láti achieve anything rìhásà kí ló tà ṣe kúkú jókòó sílé wa ká má wá sílé rárá whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing very well. So tabana wá sí rìhásà okay for example you say if something happens in my job I'm try láti specify pé there is difference between personal practice and rìhásà. Tabanu kàfẹ́ ṣorin gbọ́ orin yẹn nílé ẹ̀ kò ṣe pàtì ẹ̀ tabá pàdé ń bí báyìí àfẹ́ wá lẹ gbogbo ẹ̀ papọ̀ ni. Ìgbésẹ̀ ṣe pé tabá pàdé rí àzá láṣẹ máa ní irọ́ pé D major 7/5 lọ play mẹ́ irọ́ ilé ló kò ti ṣe yẹn nǹkan tó bá clear nípa ẹ̀ you can talk to some people that they believe they understand they will tell you so that we have less time for frivolities tabá ti dé rí àzá tabá dé rí àzá àfẹ́ wà lẹ́pọ̀ ni tabá dẹ̀ ti tètè face business of the day láti yanjú ẹ̀ a máa ní time láti ṣeré pa àti yanjú nǹkan ta torí ẹ̀ wá. Tábà ti yanjú ẹ̀ yẹn wàhálà gidi máa wà o. Wàhálà tí tó tóbi gan gidi máa wà. So even kini I know that very soon we have some people that we address it too. How to organize an effective rehearsal. Only structure, there should be a structure. Bóyá okay láti time báyìí o the vocal exercises la fẹ́ ṣe o a fẹ́ ṣe warm up o láti time sí báyìí time báyìí okay a fẹ́ review àwọn nǹkan báyìí láti time sí báyìí orin ẹ̀sìn la fẹ́ ṣe okay láti time báyìí sí báyìí a fẹ́ wo new materials. When we do that even okay each time I have to work with the choir bóyá wọ́n fẹ́ record album ni àbọ̀ fẹ́ ṣe major program okay and they tell me okay ẹ bá wa compose orin kan wá. Recently I worked with LOC Youth Choir a Love of Christ CNS. I worked with their youth choir, watched a program, and the lady who is their coordinator spoke to me about writing a song. I said, no problem. But I did not bring any material from home. When I got there, okay, kini Bible, kini theme program taveshe. In by the theme. Okay, I want people here to be giving me four lines from that theme. In any language, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Spanish, German, Kosha, understand language. And my brother, before we left that first rehearsal, we had 2 verses and the chorus. By the time we had the second rehearsal at any bridge, only at it, those people, they were very proud when we were having the program because they're like, this is our song that we wrote ourselves.
Yeah. General composition.
I have come to understand that a good leader, you should make use of the situation at hand to teach your people. You should not just use your people to achieve your aim. No. You should make use of as a learning curve for your people so that they will know that as a result of being part of this project, I have learned you. There are always opportunities to learn something. Brother Folani said something the other time. He talked about people always wanting to play loud. Now, where do we put the issue of dynamics? It's not possible. That's why in our hymns we have Any P, any PP, any P, any F, any FF, any MF. We have the piano, you understand? We have the pianissimo, we have the multi. So
Yes.
you must loud and soft. There should be expression. But about better, even there is diminuendo. There's where we have to reduce the speed. We have to. Yes. So gbogbo nǹkan báyìí ló máa ń jẹ́ kí music wá dùn. But tí gbogbo ẹ̀ bá kò jẹ́ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ dópin 100 meter senior boys. Àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ti máa wò pé ṣé nǹkan ò máa ṣàwọn people yìí. It lose the beauty and interest. So sorry, am I calling me Poju? Our brother is here. Thanks for.
God bless you. Demilade.
Yeah. Let me go so that there will be space for another people to come in.
Please don't go. I have a word for you.
Okay.
Don't go.
All right.
Please. Okay. Good evening, D Major. Good evening, Uncle A.Y. Good evening, Demilade. So good to see you and so good to talk with you. Before you run off, Demilade, this is what I want to tell you.
Okay.
Yorùbá ló máa ń pa òwe pé okay, a máa ń gbọ́rọ̀ kan níṣẹ̀lẹ̀ wa pé oníṣẹ́ ò ní jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ ẹ̀ bàjẹ́.
Àbí kò yé wa.
Orin bàbá rẹ̀ Mẹ́lábánjí nìyẹn. Oníṣẹ́ ò ní jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ bàjẹ́, ṣebí kò yé wọn ni. How do I put this? Yeah, something happened to me one time in this country. I was coming back from work one day and I did Uber. The Uber driver happened to be a lady. We are talking about pride here. The Uber driver happened to be a lady and I got into this car. She didn't even care about whether I was satisfied or not. She increased the volume of the car stereo. Mo complain lórí yẹn. Reluctantly, she turned it down. And like 3 minutes to my house, she took another route. And I told her, hello, that's not the way to my house. You're going on the wrong way. And guess what she said? Hey, Mr. Man, I have the GPS with me and you have no right to tell me where to go. And guess what I did? I just kept quiet. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká délé wa láyọ̀. Nígbà tó máa fi rìn, like a minute, she got lost. Remember, she told me she has the GPS, and so I have no right to tell her where to go. When she could not find her way, she now looked at me. How do I get out from here? Mo wá miri torí pé ó ti rẹ̀ mí, mo dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ lọ sùn. Tó bá yẹ pé gbà tẹ́wé ká pé kò rẹ̀ mí máa ní, you know what? You have the GPS. Go ahead. Find your way out. But mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá direct ẹ̀ pé bóyá take this way, take this way, take this way. Ó ṣẹ̀ wá gbé mi délé mi. At the end, I wrote a bad report about her anyway for next time, so that next time when mom misbehave. What am I trying to say here? When people keep telling you, maybe because it is your father's church, they say it behind your back, they say it to your face, but it is because it is your father's church. By the time, and you keep hammering over one thing, but this thing is not good, it should be done this way, it should be done this way. And they don't want to buy your ideas. You keep watching, keep doing your thing. Thank God, God has blessed you with a very good voice, and you have an idea of one instrument or the other. But when the time comes, you will speak. Are you with me? But you just have to let them. You just have to let them know that your own decision will supersede. Though, but I am still telling you that what you are doing is not right. It should be done this way. If daddy needs to hear, let them hear. Because at the end of the day, they are not going to mention the CM. You are the known star in that choir. Everybody say, and okay. When I was in Indianapolis then, somebody wrote under it, and Afiara is there. I wonder what Afiara will do. And Afiara is there. So you have to make your presence known. That's all I have to tell you, sister. And you don't need anybody's approval. You let them know, because your name is also at stake. Do you understand me, ma? Please. So it is your father's church. Let them come and say it in your father's face. Then they want to see the other side of your dad.
Of course.
But so long as you don't do that, they will continue to say it. And they will continue to kill the music for you.
Yeah,
Sure, you
exactly.
understand me? That is what I want to tell you, sir. My dear sister. And as per this, you're welcome, Miami. And as per this topic, the major, our olórin gan, Ọlọ́run ṣàánú wa o, Ọlọ́run ṣàánú wa o. They burst out to one thing, sir. Like I used to say, we are all ambassadors of our family. We represent our family. So whatever you do in a gathering, you are just trying to tell people this is what you do, where you come from. If you are like this, ó túmọ̀ sí pé bí bàbá ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe nínú ilé wọn nìyẹn. Àwọn ẹlòmíì dẹ̀ wà tí wọ́n kọ́ tí ò gbẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Yes, I know some people that they know what they are singing is wrong, but they will continue to sing that wrong thing into your head just because they don't want to be corrected. And then you ask yourself, when you don't want to be corrected, why do you now come here and then spoil the music? Let me remind you, D Major, some weeks ago when Bro Adedeji was invited, you said someone was singing Babara, and then just because Babara was around, one Konigba Moshobu, and out of anger, somebody told the hey, go Mashie, Obuloshin last upper one, Obuloshin last week, to Bobo Wabi.
Show Mojuko Shobulani.
Oh, Mojuko Shobulani, what for Bushieni? So, don't tell you alone just because you want to show. I have been in a place where just because they see me, they hold the mic. They don't want me to sing. And I leave them. To the glory of God, I can play shekere and clef. And I play and I dabble into small keyboard. Moya gbe shekere ati clef, moya bere si play. When it was time, it was the shepherd who said, "Egbe mic fun afihan akokorin." But what if I flared up? How many musicians have a music library? Because you play for a particular star. So, and they don't play for, I only don't play for Michael Jackson or Prince. Where are they? So, because you play for Burna Boy, I go to cinema. Because you play for Wizkid, we shouldn't rest. You should know where to apply your dynamics. As a professional musician, as a professional singer, olórin mi gan kọ́lọ́run ṣàánú ká wà ní gathering kó rí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ àsìkò yẹn ni wọ́n wá fẹ́ wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ títí ẹ̀ o dẹ̀ á fẹ́ kọrin owó gbá o dẹ̀ mọ next thing tó máa kọ off àgbo ló máa dádìyẹ ẹgbẹ̀yìn bẹ́ni pé oníyàn tó ń bájà náà church.
Orí òkun bíi kó mọ.
So may God help us. There's a big difference between being proud and being assertive. When you know what you do, let people see it as pride. It is none of your concern. It's none of your business. So long as we get that thing, I mean, a time you should be able to have reaction and say, hello, until we get this thing, nobody is living here. And we take it with joy. But for those who don't want to be corrected in the choir stuff, you know what to do to them. That's all I will say. God will help us in this ministry.
Like, okay, buttress one thing. There was a time my choir master's wife, I had a little issue because she always sings flat, and I tried to correct her. Then she stops coming for rehearsal. And I asked her husband one day that, CM, kilo data sheri ìyàwó yín ní rehearsal. Do you know the next statement he made? And that statement really, really got me upset. He said that, ó máa ń lọ bí iṣẹ́. Gbogbo ọjọ́ tó máa wáyé.
Àwọn tó kò kí n lọ bí iṣẹ́.
You understand? And that thing got to my head like, okay, so àwa táwa bí báyìí, we are jobless. You get? I don't get.
No, he doesn't
I
want to
just
tell you.
laugh.
He
I
doesn't
go
want to
for
tell
that
you the
go. I
truth
like.
to me.
I just let it. Like, can you imagine? Yeah.
He
Oh
doesn't
my
want to
God.
tell you the
Then
truth.
you should not even consider yourself a choir member if you know that you think your choir or your rehearsal is standing in the way of your job. Stay back at home.
Stephanie.
Simple.
But well, he's not tell. He doesn't want to tell you the truth. Only nǹkan táwọn méjì jọ sọ nínú ilé ara wọn bẹ̀. So, but he will
Mm-hmm.
not tell you. He will not tell you. But that one is not until they come to say it to your face. I still want to believe that all these ones that are happening, they are saying it behind you. But the next time they say it to your face, pé bóyá nítorí pé ó jẹ́ church daddy ẹ̀, and you just have to. I think at that point you bring your dad into the matter. Okay, don't let me use the word dad.
I think so.
You bring
Yeah.
the shepherd into the matter
Yeah.
and let him address that issue once
Issue.
and for all.
Mm.
So they will now say it to his face that so long as you have not stepped on anybody's toes in the choir, so long
That's the
as you have
main
not
thing.
disrespected anybody, the next time anybody brings up that issue, of course, maybe that if your daddy is sleeping, you can wake him up. Daddy, and I bet you nobody will bring that issue up again. That is my advice. You continue to do your thing, no. You continue to do your thing. That is it.
Thank you, sir.
God help us.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome,
Dimeji.
Thank you
Yami.
so
Thank you,
much.
Brian White.
All right,
Thank
Yeah, thank you so
you.
much.
God bless you.
All right, God
Oh,
bless you.
Brian, why take me off? Take me off.
All right.
That's
Abby,
okay.
thank you so
I'm going
much.
to prepare for church. Oh.
All right. All right. Good.
Okay.
You.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you very much.
Yes, the Ross. Vladimir, thank you so much. And I know we are late for church anyway. So anyway,
Glory
let's
to
do this.
God.
Yes, we thank God for a wonderful session. So give us your advice, your take home for all Celestial Choir, just in some few like 5 minutes, so we can really go to church.
Okay. If I'm going to sum it up,
Okay.
as choristers of the Celestial Church of Christ, there are a lot of challenges. There are a lot of unpalatable situations. There are lots of sacrifices. There are lots of decisions you have to make that are not comfortable. Do you understand? There are lots of self-denial. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But you have to keep facing the music. You have to keep facing the music. I'll say it the third time. You have to keep facing the music because one day you are going to lead the choir. What I'm saying, I'm not saying it literally now. I'm saying it proverbially. Keep facing the music because one day you will lead the choir. So it is what you have been able to garner while facing the music that will make use of to lead the choir. Then for the fact that I sing in church, I play musical instruments in church, that is not going to be your status forever. You find yourself in leadership position. Forget it, even where you are in a leadership position. You are providing some level of leadership for a group of people, for the congregation. A lot of people are looking up to you. You are playing a role. You are holding a position that a lot of people consider very, very important. So you have to do it very well because a day is coming that you will also be the one to tell people. You'll be in position of authority where people have to answer to you. They'll be answerable to you. They will be at your beck and call. So it is what you do to the people who are ahead of you in authority and those are behind you that will happen to you when you get to a position of authority too. Do you understand? And another thing is this: if Paul had said it to Timothy that you should study to show yourself approved, there is nothing bad in approving. In equipping yourself. Read a lot of books, watch a lot of videos, go to a lot of seminars, attend workshops. It doesn't have to be within the Celestial Church alone. There are other denominations. They give you quality materials. Spend your data not on socializing alone. Read, research, seek information, be equipped, make a lot of friends who you believe have what you need. Have a mentor. It doesn't be the people that you see one-on-one alone that are mentors. You may have mentors abroad. You have mentors afar. Have mentors, have role model. Pick, of course, human beings, you cannot be perfect. Pick a lot of good things they do. There's this technique I learned from my friend Adedeji, and it has helped me a lot. You may be a drummer. You understand? You are a drummer. Okay, maybe you came across a music that was recorded by a saxophonist. You like the drummer. When you search out the drummer, there may be other albums that the drummer has played on. You may like a bass player there. Find out that bass player may have another drummer that he is working with. So listen wide and get informed and equipped. Don't just let it be your own instrument alone. Then if you sing, try as much as possible to have a musical instrument you will learn. Even if it's a basic, they will help you. Aspire to write songs too and put things together. We shall get there. It's a matter of time, but don't give up. So that's my advice, sir.
All right. Brother Akíndiméjì, God bless you. God bless you. Once again, Brother Akíndiméjì is a music producer, keyboardist, writer, and art enthusiast, and is a wonderful partner to Celestial Masters. Your songs, please. Everybody should follow at D Major 7. Please follow him right now. Follow his page. You see his works. Then your songs. How can we download your songs? Any of your songs? How can we get them?
Actually, they are on the thing is, for now, I've only I have 2 songs out.
Okay.
The one that you played at the beginning of the program, I dropped it for my birthday this year. I call it Ope Olore because I'm this kind of person that I have open mind. I've always loved Ayinla Omowura, so I decided to do something in style. That was why I did that for my birthday. Yes. Then the other song I dropped in 2019, I did not send that because people may not understand the context. It's a love song anyway. Okay. But what I was trying to portray, to promote in that song is, the moral way of doing things when we were young. If somebody is going to get married to a lady, you go to her house, you try to know her people, you get some people to find out her family background, the kind of thing that happens to them, their family, if they have the right character. You understand? So all those processes, you have to go through them. Then, the song celebrates the character. It celebrates the woman who bears her beauty, her impeccable character in a basket of beauty. You understand? So me, I'm thinking of the beauty within. So most people when they sing love song, they want to talk about the physical attribute of a woman. And so what I was trying to do is, it's a serenade, a man that is trying to woo a woman, what we call toasting. So I was toasting the woman that she should come to my house and be my wife. So I was talking about, I want to know your parents, and so that's the title of the song is Total Package, and it's on all the from the digital platform. Total Package by D Major 7 or Ope Olore. That one you have is Ope Olore. So Ope Olore and Total Package, those are the 2 songs. So they are out there.
Awesome. All right. It's a wonderful time once again, Akíndiméjì. Please, you have to run to church. I have to run too. And I really appreciate you for your time. God bless you and your resources. God bless you. So, thank you so much for joining. God bless you. Have a wonderful time. All right, sir.
Good night, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Yes. Bye. All right. This is a piece from C#. Femi C#. Yes, it was online before. I left. I couldn't write it anymore. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Diplomat Yankee. Enjoy this piece. Please share.
Ọlọ́run kì í ṣe mí, èrè ló ṣe. Iṣẹ́ Olúwa, Ọlọ́run kì í ṣe mí, èrè ló ṣe. Sáré òkò wá, bàbá yọ. Bàbá ìbùkún, olùbùkún l'Olúwa. Ìrònú ò dáhùn kan, ó máa ń múni ṣàìsàn mi. Ọ̀rẹ́ káwọ́ fún mi lẹ́rọ̀, ó sì ní l'Olúwa. Ìwọ ṣáà ti ṣe ìfẹ́ bàbá mi, ọ̀pọ̀ gbàgbé. Ó kọ́kọ́ ṣe ti Jésù Olúwa, orí ìdúgbà. Ìwọ ṣáà ti súnmọ́ lárùn pẹ̀lú àgbà bíi ti ara mi ṣìnà. Ìgbẹ̀yìn ayé rẹ̀, oyin bàbá lógo. Torí àsìkò tó lù bàbá lù wéèyàn lọ́kàn yàtọ̀ sí àwọn. Aṣáà máa gbàgbà ìpòjọ́ àyùbá tó dé.
Follow our pages. Go back to our live sessions. Please watch the videos. Download, share.
Iṣẹ́ Olúwa o, Ọlọ́run kì í ṣe mí, èrè ló ń ṣe. Iṣẹ́ Olúwa o, Ọlọ́run kì í ṣe mí, èrè ló ń ṣe. Sáré òkò wá, bàbá yọ. Bàbá ìbùkún, olùbùkún l'Olúwa.
Bàbá ìbùkún.
Ìgbàgbọ́ ní Olúwa ń bọ̀, má ṣe bímọ sí ìbílẹ̀, á tó para sí ọmọ. Ìgbàgbọ́ ní Olúwa ń bọ̀, má ṣe bímọ sí ìbílẹ̀, á tó para sí àtọ́kọ̀ ìṣẹ́ni Ọlọ́run àgbáyé. Iṣẹ́ Olúwa o, Ọlọ́run kì í ṣe bí èrè ló ń ṣe. Èrè ṣàlọ́lọ́run mi ṣe. Ẹ̀sán fún wọn. Iṣẹ́ Olúwa o, Ọlọ́run kì í ṣe bí Olúwa ṣe. Èrè ló ń ṣe.
Asco Media, thank you, sir. All right, you have a wonderful night rest. God bless you, real good. Same time next week, and if the time we change, just stay tuned to our page for another topic. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful time.